Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another week. We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community. This is podcast number 166. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, when playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, he spent 45 minutes trying to plead with his team that the cartel was misunderstood and didn't deserve to die. It's Mr. McSpicy Mark Haywood.
You know what? You don't know their background.
You don't know.
You just don't know.
Bowser could have
Mario
came in
situation.
and told them, hey, sell drugs. And Bowser's a good guy.
Bowser's just trying to feed his family.
He's just trying to feed his family.
Everyone's killing all the Koopas.
I don't know.
Or I guess a plumber from Italy. Where's Mario from anyway?
He's an Italian plumber.
He is an
Yeah, he's
Italian plumber?
plumber.
Voiced by an American.
Is he voiced
Like
by
an albino
Yeah.
American.
Created by a Japanese person. He's very cultural.
Whoa!
Very cultural.
Look at all that went into
Yeah.
that. There you go.
Very cultural
And
guy.
he doubles as a carpenter as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Second, day 31 of the walled-in district's isolation, and he thinks it's time they offer up tribute. It's Jordan the Man, Jordan Paskett.
Yeah.
How is your isolated district
Yeah.
doing?
I didn't play it this week.
Okay, so you
Those
said
people
F
just
'em.
make me so mad.
You said screw it, walled-in district.
Well, what happens is like, you know how you can zoom in on them and they're like, this place sucks, this place that,
Yeah.
this place, right? The one person was like, I wish I had a school. She lives like 3 blocks from a school that I put there.
Yeah, you're like the school's next door, girl.
Yeah, and that's the problem with those people in that district.
They're
don't-
selfish.
They don't want to work for themselves.
They're selfish.
They want the handout, and
They're-
I'm not that guy.
You're
I am not that guy.
You tried to be that guy.
So I withdrew the police again. I'm kidding. I didn't play it this week, but those people in that area just make me mad.
Last but not least, if I could figure out how to run a 360 emulator on my Switch, my life would be complete. I am X1.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We are the XoneBros. That would be awesome.
Oh man, I gotta do some research.
I got some big news, especially for our European friends.
Oh.
Or I guess that's being a little European-centric. I don't know. Whatever.
European centric. Is that a word?
I believe it is.
Is it really?
If it's not, I just made it up.
Oh well, good for you, man.
There's ethnocentric.
I have no
I don't
idea
even
what
know.
that means.
I don't know what that means.
Anyways,
Let me go back to the.
I work
Urban
at a
Dictionary.
college. It's used a lot there.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Anyways,
David.
Football Manager 2017. Do you like Football Manager 2017? Because I like Football Manager 2017. I used to be really good at this game. I was in like Football Manager. I'm talking about like 2002. I had Football Manager 2002, and I looked my last copy, hard copy, Football Manager 2012. Bought it from the store. This is the last time I bought a game from the
man.
store. That and Guild Wars. I have Guild Wars box from the store as well.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2.
That was
Yeah.
Steam not that long ago. 5 years.
Hmm.
5 years since the takeover. Anyways, Football Manager 2017. We are doing a league in the community. For those of you that don't know what this game is, it is what it says it is. It is a manager of soccer, and we're going to be in the EPL. If you want to join us, the server name is XoneBros. The password is Scorpio4K. So Scorpio with a capital S, the number 4, and then K. Scorpio4K, server name XoneBros. Go in and join. You have until Sunday, June 2nd. That's 1 week. Sunday, June 2nd to sign up, and then we're going to start this. If you're not in our Discord channel, head over to Discord. If you have any questions about anybody or how it all works, that's where we'll be. Probably in the sports channel, maybe in the PC game. Actually, probably in the PC gaming channel is where we'll be. But yeah, Football Manager 2017, it's coming. And someone told me in chat, Silence said, holy crap, slow down, David. Who gave him crack? It's my second Pepsi Cola. It's made
Is
with
that the
real
real
sugar.
sugar?
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Good stuff. I can feel it on my teeth.
The real sugar Pepsi tastes so much better than the corn syrup Pepsi.
Yeah.
The Pepsi.
Completely agree.
Mm.
Feel it on my teeth. I always get the real sugar Mountain Dew.
It's cool on the tongue.
It's cool on the
Pepsi.
tongue. Anyways, Football Manager 2017. I'm super excited for it. We're going to start doing more stuff like this. We've got some big news coming.
Java.
Guess what? Patreon. Are you a subscriber on Patreon? Well, guess what you get now. If you're in Discord and you've been over to Patreon and linked up your Discord account inside Patreon, you'll have seen it. Your name is gold. It's gold, baby.
In our channel.
It's
yeah.
blinging.
It looks sexy, actually. I really like it.
Yeah, so we're trying to get more benefits there. They're going to be based in Discord. Patreon has a cool feature where it links right over with Discord. Become gold. Show the world that you support positive gaming by making your name gold.
It's super easy to link your account. Thank you, Patreon.
Yeah, it takes about 30 seconds. All you do is log into Patreon, go to the browser, mouse over your profile picture, click settings, click account, click connect under the Discord settings section,
Good job. You're doing good.
and then boom. You're done.
Boom! It's that easy. Then while you chat and communicate with all the people in our lovely community, you will be recognized as a supporter of the show. So it's really cool.
You'll be gold and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank
there
you
you go.
so much to our Patreon.
Yeah, and if you haven't supported us yet and you want to see this community grow, please do so over at patreon.com/positive gaming. Patreon.com/positive gaming. And with that, let's get this show on the road.
What button? There it is.
Jordan, what is happening this week in the world that is Xbox One?
Not too much.
Oh, okay.
Because
it's
E3.
the week after
yeah,
E3.
Everybody's sleeping. That was at E3. So,
Everyone is sleeping.
but we got a lot of games that are up for pre-ordering came out. So we got NHL 18.
Yes.
EA NHL 18.
The NHL
Up for
series is so
pre-order.
good. I just
Yeah, it does. It
wish I
looks like
could
a
get
lot of
into it, but I never do because there's only so many sports games I could have in my life.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
MMOs. There's only so many MMOs you could have in your life,
Uh-huh.
or card games. There's only so many card games you could have in your life.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yes.
There's only so many sports games you can have in your life, is what you're trying to say.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So NHL available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One. ACA Neo Geo.
The Art of Fighting.
2.
Art of
The
Fighting.
Art of Fighting too. I gotta mention, so Silence in chat's pretty funny. So we're being asked who we are in the live show. I'm the one in the hat. Jordan is in the middle, and Silence says David is the one on crack.
Yes.
Because he's like, Silence said that you should have ran around the block before we started.
I'm really excited to do the show. Let me tell you why I love this show. I'm gonna get deep here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get deep.
Okay.
Because
Are you gonna
outside
do
of
the NPR thing again, or are you talking
outside
to the
of
mic?
this show and this community and my family and my neighborhood, my life sucks. I go to work. I feel dead inside. I get yelled at by entitled rich children from the East Coast.
No.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. Sometimes I lash back out at them.
And then you get in trouble, or no?
And then I get yelled at by my boss. Sometimes I lash out at them, and
Then they laugh,
then they
and then fire you.
then they make me feel stupid. But no, I really, seriously, this is my favorite time of week. I love doing this show. I just, it feels so good. Even though it's a day early this week. It's a day early, but I'm glad to be here. So this is less crack, more excitement.
Well done. Well done.
Well done.
Yes.
I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad I'm here too.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It really is.
Yeah.
So now that we've all said we love each other, Jordan, back to the news.
Art of Fighting 2 now available for Xbox
Boom.
Xbox One
Yeah.
from ACA the Neo Geo.
Dungeon Defenders, baby.
Dungeon Defenders 2 now available for Xbox One. MXGP3 now available for Xbox One.
Motocross.
Dead by Daylight. This one looks like a lot of fun to play. Now available for Xbox
Now
One.
this is
that
basically
4v1.
Yeah. Now is this where this is like Jason, right? What is the one? Friday
Or
the 13th.
Jason is like this.
Friday the 13th is Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like
But-
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Just a different version.
But this
of it.
this
one
came
came
first.
first.
So
This one came
Friday
first?
the 13th.
Is this one
like
better?
this.
Do we know? Mark, have you watched people stream this?
It's hard to say.
They're both the same. They just
Yeah.
are in different worlds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Dead by Daylight only has 5 people playing.
Yeah,
one
4
of-
versus 1.
Yeah. And Friday the 13th has a lot more.
I think
of that.
it's yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know
They're
Dead
similar.
by Daylight a lot more. And isn't Friday the 13th, is that free? No, it's not free to play, is it?
No, I believe it's on the Xbox.
It's on the it's on the Xbox. I haven't played it yet, so I just watch people play it. Dead by Daylight is a really cool game. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a very good game.
In chat, they said, "Wait, so David is living the movie Office Space?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I took a computer out to the field and capped it.
He works at a college, everybody. He works at a college, and it's a hard knock life, you know.
Yeah. So Dead by Daylight now available for Xbox One, which
Boom.
is awesome. The big one, Forza Motorsport 7, now available for digital pre-order and download. So
Ready
you
for
can pre-order
this?
it.
Big secret. Big secret. Last night I was bored out of my mind, so I was browsing the Xbox Live Store. Not something to good. It's like when you go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
That's
I
what
hear
it
ya.
is.
I hear you.
I almost pre-ordered this, but held off. I held off. I'll wait till it comes out.
Yeah, we're gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting it. There's no question.
Yes, now available for digital pre-order. Forza Motorsport 7, which is gonna be awesome. especially on our Xbox One X's.
Yes, it will be.
WWE 2K18 now available for digital pre-order and download on
Big
the Xbox
news.
One.
Big news, everybody.
Big news.
Big
Big
ones.
news.
Big ol' swinging
Big news. 2018 is the year that David Paskett, a.k.a. XoneBros, inserts himself into 2K18.
Yeah, see?
WWE 2K18.
That's
That's right. Yeah, you're going to make my own wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through the season. I'm going to become the champion,
Gonna make
baby.
it to WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. I'm going to bring it. Royal Rumble.
man.
Maybe I'll make you guys in there too, and I'll create like a little
Like a tag team,
like
like
Mark.
the Hardy
I see.
Brothers?
I don't see Mark as the wrestler. He'll be our manager. See him
Yeah.
as the like flamboyant manager.
That guy that just like wears the cowboy
Yeah.
hat.
He's gonna come out in a
like,
cowboy hat and a suit.
He'll
Yeah.
be like,
He'll be like-
"Ah!"
And he'll have like a really raspy voice, like, "Let me tell you
All right, boys.
why the P Bros deserve to be tag team champions."
Yeah. And we'll just be
And then,
back
like,
there with our
we'll
like,
like be losing in the corner, just being beat up, and then Mark will like pull their feet out from
Yeah.
under them and then
Yeah,
hit
and
him
then
with the
we'll-
chair
yeah,
while the
then-
ref's
then
not
we'll-
looking, and then we'll win. He'll like lay our arm over them
Yeah.
so that we get
and
the,
then
get the
point,
pin.
yeah,
Anyways, big
Uh,
news.
Sounds like a good time.
WW 2K18 is the year that
That's
I
cool.
insert myself into that
it was
game.
a fun game when we played.
Oh man,
when
I'm
we
really
played it last
excited.
time,
I'm
yeah.
really excited to get into it.
Another big one: Marvel versus Capcom.
Not so
Fun
excited
game.
for me on this one, but I'm sure you, Jordan, this is
Yeah,
right up your
Marvel
alley.
versus Capcom Infinite. A demo is available, a story demo on
Yes.
the Xbox One. You can try it out. Marvel versus Capcom is fun.
Oh, it is fun.
Be sure to try it out. It's a fighting game.
That's what I hear.
All right, 360 and backward compatibility maintenance on Tuesday, the 20th, just a few days ago. If you were playing a 360 game and it just broke on you,
Boom.
this is why they were doing maintenance. So just
Okay.
a heads up, if in case you were wondering, I just wanted to throw that
Wonder
in there.
no more.
Outbreak is now available on Xbox One.
Is that like Plague? Like the game style? Explore a nightmarish environment, scrounge for supplies, and battle the undead in Outbreak. No, it's like a top-down
It's a hardcore survival game.
state of decay. Yeah. Cool.
Plague Inc. was a really good game, though.
Yeah, that's why I was, and that's on the Xbox.
Mhm.
So I was wondering, is this like Plague? But it's not.
Awarded platformer bundle
Ooh,
is
so
now
is this-
available.
is
We
this
got In
platforms that get
Between
awards?
and Toby.
I don't know either. The In Between. Do I know In Between? I feel like I know that game.
Yeah, In Between and Toby, The Secret Mine.
Oh, okay.
The full
Very
title. Yeah, but it's a bundle. Go ahead and be sure to pick it up. It is it's available.
I feel like I know In Between, but when I look at that cover art, I realize I don't know In Between.
No, yeah, I feel like was that a game? Maybe it was a game of another
In
In
Betwixt.
You know,
No,
In Between.
no.
I don't know. Whatever.
That sounds like a smart way to say In Between.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Tour de France 2017 now available for Xbox One. Came out this week. We did a review. Be sure to go check it out on our YouTube channel.
Yes, go
Okay.
check it out.
It's out
we,
now.
We have many reviews. There's a review dropping tonight on a game, so go check it out.
Yeah.
Or first impressions, we should say.
It's first impressions. We play the game
yeah.
for a couple hours,
and then we tell you
and then
what
we tell you what we
think
thought
of
in those
that
couple hours. So there
Yeah.
you go.
Because if a game doesn't capture you in a couple hours, then it's probably not going to capture you.
TLDR on Tour de France for me. It's a it's a very niche game, and it probably if you don't know the rules to that whole rust cycling thing,
You might be lost.
You might be
a little
lost.
Yeah.
I did understand them taking drugs to get faster.
I like the strategy of it. There's
You
a
know,
strategy there.
You like take the blue
The
syrup.
blue pill or the red pill.
Yeah, the blue
Yeah.
syrup makes you your endurance a little better. You know,
Yeah.
they really added drugs really well there. I think. Very-
Tour de France.
Tour de France
now
2017.
available. Be sure to check it out.
Check out the review, yeah, or the first.
Hey, another Neo Geo game, ACA Magical Drop 2. Now this one looks like a winner. If you haven't seen this one, $7.99. Looks like a good time, mostly because of the artwork. But, you know,
There you go.
Just throw
That's
that
it.
out
Right,
there.
there you
it's,
go.
it's definitely a 80s, 90s artwork style game. Pretty funny. Air Guitar Warrior Gamepad Edition.
Why the
Sorry.
pause? I don't
I like-
understand the
He
pause.
makes
got
it
dis-
so interesting.
I got
don't know the
distracted
pause.
by
Yeah,
the,
you're like,
the
look
thing.
at-
Yeah. Air Guitar Warrior Gamepad Edition now available for Xbox
I have a
One.
question. Somewhere in the news, do you have the sale that was on this week? The
Yeah.
deep sale that
Yeah, it should be there.
Just I'm really excited
Yeah.
to go over that because I know Mark bought a couple
Yeah.
Yeah.
of super cheap games. there.
Air Missions now available for Xbox One.
Air Missions Hind.
Oh, sorry. Air Missions.
What does Hind stand for?
High? I don't know.
I don't know.
High endurance now
I think
delayed.
endurance starts with an
So
E.
this is an
this is
air
right
combat.
there.
This is an air combat flight simulator
Yeah.
based in the Russian Mi-4 Hind assault helicopter.
Oh.
There you go.
So it's Russian.
Yes.
Okay.
Cars 3 is also now
Then it's
available
Hind.
for Xbox One
Driven
well,
to win.
as well as the pre-order for Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. Now, we've not have we gotten into Dishonored? I haven't, but I always want to. For some reason I just don't. Why is that?
I don't know.
Have you played Dishonored? Any of the Dishonored?
I played the first one.
Okay. Are you going to be getting do you see yourself getting into the other Dishonored?
Not currently, but eventually.
See, and why is that? Why,
I know why I haven't played it.
Why
And it's
is it-
really petty.
why
and
is
it's
it-
stupid.
It's the art. It's the
it's
art
our
style.
style. Yeah. It's just.
And you recognize that it's petty of yourself.
Yeah, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah,
I'm a total
I-
jerk.
oh,
I
yeah.
I think I'm hurting myself by not playing
because
that game.
it
Mhm.
looks like a great game. I watch people stream it. It seems fun. I want to play it. But for whatever reason, when I get home and I look at my game library or I look at potential game libraries, that game never just jumps out at me.
I have a
I
theory.
don't know what it is. What is the theory?
for you,
Okay.
your time is extremely limited, and
true.
it feels as though it's a heavier type of game. It's a game that you want to spend more time playing,
It's true.
and it's not just a pick up and go game.
It's true. Let me ask you this on that note. I was talking with someone at work today and I was like, do you like, he's like, I was talking about, we were talking about Spider-Man and I was telling him that
What
I
a good conversation for work.
Yes,
I love
the new
this.
game Spider-Man that's coming out on the PlayStation. But I was talking about I don't have a problem if it's linear. I think there should be more linear games, and the reason is like I always want to jump back into Witcher. I always want to jump back into Skyrim. I always want to jump, but I don't because I don't have 100 hours to invest in those games. Like that, there's only so many 100-hour game sessions
That you can handle.
that I have
yeah.
in my life. Whereas a linear storyline, like I can play it for an hour, walk away, come back, play it for another hour, and really make progress. Where in open world games, you really have to dedicate time to that. So I think I came to the conclusion, and I never realized this before. I think there needs to be more linear storytelling games.
Well, I think linear storytelling games are better stories. Generally speaking, I know that like Grand Theft Auto 5, even 4, that there are open world games that do an excellent job at telling stories.
Sure.
It's just much harder for a developer to control the storytelling when it's open world.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And I think linear games, it's a far better story. Just
Yeah.
because of that reason, they can control what you see and where you go and how you interact with the environment a lot easier.
Yeah. Now this is why I have so much respect for Jordan, because Jordan can get into an open world game and knock it out. Boom. I mean, he sits down. I mean, he's still putting in 60 hours plus on those games. Jordan, do you think I'm correct? Do you think I'm incorrect? Do you prefer open world over linear? I think at this point in my life, I think I prefer linear over open world. Like all things being equal, if they're both good linear versus good open world, I think I'm gonna pick good linear at this point in my life.
Yeah. It just depends on what you want. I mean, linear is nice because you always know where you're going. There's one direction, right?
Yeah.
Open world's nice because you can do this and then you can be like, well, let's go over here. You know what I mean?
I want to check this out.
Yeah, I mean, they both have their advantages and disadvantages, right? But it just really depends on what you want at the time. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't much of an answer.
No.
It's like
That was a non-answer
brownies
answer.
versus
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
non-answer
Brownies
answer.
versus cookies. One day, sometimes I just really want a nice stick to the top of your mouth brownie
Yeah.
with a glass of milk. But sometimes I want a chocolate chip cookie.
Is Prey linear?
Yes.
Because I've not jumped into that yet, and that keeps
Yes,
jumping
Yes,
out at me.
it
yes,
is,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I mean,
very Dishonored. It's a lot like
Okay.
Dishonored.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's.
You know
Yeah.
what games really stands out to me? My
I mean,
favorite.
you can choose which path you want to take first. And, no, not really. It's pretty linear.
My favorite one that I've played so far in the Xbox One is Rise, Son of Rome.
that was a good one.
There's a 6 to 10 hour game. I like that. That's my sweet spot.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Anyways, great topic.
Sometimes I want donuts.
No, I agree with you. I love like for instance,
And if you eat too much chocolate cake, you get a stomach ache.
this is true, and
That's why you have
where
to.
I'm at
That's
with
why you have
open
to
world.
explore.
So linear is my vegetables. This is my vitamins. This is
Yeah.
where I get my nutrients. I get my story in.
Okay.
Open world is where I go have fun.
It's where you. It's your
where
soda.
It's my soda. It's my it's the things I shouldn't eat, and then too much of it makes me fat. Makes me slow.
No.
You know.
I mean, but there are vegetable open worlds.
There's nutrients in stuff that's bad for
That's
you.
true. Very.
No, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just saying.
Well, vegetables are better for you.
I'm just saying
Well, maybe not. I don't
that
I
that
really
at this point in my life, I really want more linear options
okay.
in games, and I'm sure they're there. I mean, open world games are so big right now.
Yeah.
Everything's open world. So,
Yeah.
anyways, moving on. Go ahead, Jordan.
Wolfenstein 2,
Oh,
the new
God.
Colossus, is now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One. I actually reinstalled the
Prime
first Wolfenstein on
Yeah,
the Xbox.
that's
this week.
me too. I will be playing the first Wolf. Prime
David beat
example.
it. I never got the chance to
Prime
beat
example of a linear game.
Yeah,
Done
it's a good one.
very well.
It's a good
Also,
one.
Doom. Done.
Doom,
Both
another
of
good
those games. Mark, where are you on those?
it. Yeah,
man?
where are you?
Let me rebuke you right now.
Okay.
Play those games.
I should.
You're denying yourself pleasure, untold
Those are
pleasures.
Doom is a Rice Krispie treat, and I'm really in the mood for some
Pleasures of the flesh,
chocolate chip
man.
cookies.
No, really.
I know that's so good, and I
so
have
good.
them. I've
So
purchased them.
and what I like about these games, both done by Bethesda, Doom is the ultimate first-person shooter single-player campaign. The best mechanics of any first-person shooter
Yeah.
single-player
Mhm.
campaign that I've ever played. Wolfenstein, not as good shooting mechanics, but the story
Is
is
outstanding.
really good
Yeah.
and interesting and fascinating. The bad guys and characters are really cool.
I watched you play it a lot of the time, and I was incredibly impressed.
Yeah,
with the story.
I'm excited for you to play it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, when work gets, here's the problem with where you had problems with where you work.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
With where I work, it either gets so busy or it's not. It's like
Nothing. There's like
nothing.
extremes.
It's
Sure.
it pours or it's dry, and when it's dry, I have to be looking for work. When it pours, I have no time to play.
Yeah.
There's no in between ground, so I have a hard time figuring out when to play the video games that are on the back list, because I have games that are like Overwatch that I really like, Hearthstone that I really like, Binding of Isaac. Those games basically relax me,
Sure.
and getting into new games is actually it's hard for me. I'll be honest, just because of my schedule. So I understand. I need to play those. I know they're very, very good, and it is on my they're on my goal list. Yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll just stop sleeping. That's what Jordan does. That's what you do, right?
Well, let me tell you, Doom, you want a de-stressor? Go blow up minions of hell.
You're right. You
Yeah.
know what? I never thought of it
Yeah.
that way.
And
That's a
do the
de-stressor.
mutilation kills
Or-
and stuff. And yeah, it really,
Or Nazis.
either way, you're helping the world.
Either way.
Either way, you're helping. You're
That's
helping
like-
the universe.
How silent that was.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a soundbite. Or Nazis.
The Evil Within 2, now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One. This trailer was rarely intense. Just so you know, if you haven't seen the trailer. You also got Assassin's Creed Origins now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One. Cuphead now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One. Been waiting a while for that one. It's coming out.
I right now on YouTube, I don't know how people are getting it, but there's gameplay of it. Like 11 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, probably from just the E3 demos and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The boss I've watched I hardly ever watch these kinds of videos because I like to be, surprised.
Mhm.
But I couldn't help myself on this one. The
It's a good one.
the art style looks really good. The boss fights look amazing. The music in these, so I got to hear some of the music.
Mhm.
It's like ragtime, like
Yeah.
old school. It's so good. I hope I saw a lot of the levels. I hope that the levels get more interesting. They seem a
They're
little.
probably only showing off bare bones
the
stuff,
first
you know what I mean?
the first
Yeah.
like 3 levels is what
Yeah.
I saw. So it seems like that. But anyways, I'm super excited for that game.
Yeah.
Cuphead.
It
I've
looks
been-
awesome.
yeah.
Life is Strange Before the Storm, maybe to hold you over till Cuphead or after Cuphead. Anyway, it's available for digital pre-order
Yeah.
and download.
That's a good game too. You guys, you know what? You chastise me for not playing Doom and
Yeah.
Wolfenstein. You should try to. I think you have those
But-
games, right?
Life is Strange, yeah.
And Life is
Well,
Strange.
it was free to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
I
like,
think we have episode 1.
if you like
Oh, yeah, episode
Telltale
1.
games, I think
Yeah,
Life
that's what
is-
everyone says. Everyone says it's fantastic.
I think Life is Strange is how Telltale should do their games. It actually feels like a video game, not like a click A to turn the page in a comic book,
Sure.
like Telltale feels.
Yeah.
You know, Life is Strange, you actually feel like you're interacting with the world
Mhm.
a little bit more. I think you guys should play that game. It's good. It's really good.
I will.
I will, yeah.
Okay, fair
I've got to
enough.
finish Batman.
You haven't finished Batman
No, I
yet?
haven't finished Batman. You know what did it? Honestly, I will never buy
Minecraft.
a Telltale game on release ever again. Because I can't go an episode and then wait.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
I don't
Netflix
like
and
that.
Amazon. Can I tell you my complaint with Netflix and Amazon?
Go for it.
Let me
I'm
go
here for you, man.
There are series, i.e., Man in the High Tower.
High Castle.
Shut up. Men in the High Castle. where I love that series, super into it. Then I go, and it takes a year and a half for the next show to come out on Amazon. I'm completely lost, and they don't do a recap. You want to know where I have to go to remind myself? Me and my wife just go to YouTube, and some schmucks have sat there and given you a full recap of the whole season in 10 minutes. Why can't Amazon do that for me? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this, and then I start going. But it's too long. You got to give me. You can't leave me hanging for. I'll give you a good example. Sherlock. That was like 3 years, and the latest season just came out. Like 3 years later. We had to go do a recap of the full through. There's these two girls on YouTube. They do them. It's really good. Catches you right up on Sherlock.
So there's two girls that do Sherlock on YouTube.
No,
did you have to press the 18 plus?
They do the Sherlock recap. But that's my problem with the Telltale. I went along for first episode, waited, came out. Then I did the second one, waited a month or so, and I was like, and then after that, other games come up, and I don't jump back into it. Just release them all at once.
Do you not like watching shows over again?
Oh, I have a cycle, baby.
Well, because I'm different. I enjoy I would like to read them or watch them all at the same time. But like Stranger Things,
yeah,
I'm gonna rewatch the first season so I can watch the second season when it comes out in October. You know what?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So why?
No. But my complaint is I don't. So I went first episode, second episode of Batman Telltales, right? But there's like a month or 2 month launch in between those. Other games come out, boom, boom, and I don't go back to play it. Whereas I would have played the whole thing just boom, 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 if they would have released one right after the other.
And I'm arguing your point, but that the strategy that I think works for me with shows, in this case the game, is it will get you to come back and replay the game again
at a later date
to revitalize that game on streams, on whatever, and it'll add a little bit more hype to a game that possibly would have been dead otherwise.
Yeah, okay. I
so that's
I know that's a strategy.
That's the strategy, but it bugs you.
Yeah, well, just because I don't go through it all at once. So I will wait now for a Telltale game to be fully released before purchasing it. I think Jordan's in the
and by that time it's games with gold.
By that time it's $5.
It's free. Or $5.
Hashtag cheapskate.
Tacoma. Now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One. Also, Design Labs, Xbox Design Lab. They're the ones where you can go and make your controller and kind of customize it the way you want it. They added more options and they expanded to more countries. So they got 4 new color options, 11 new thumbstick colors, new metallic finishes for D-pads, black rubberized grips for added comfort and
black
control.
Rubberized grips. That's awesome.
So it's cool to see that Design Labs is
I am
getting more stuff, which is awesome.
On the Design Lab webpage. Whoa,
dirty.
Look at this.
I love the orange ones.
Look
that
at this
bright
blue
orange,
and orange one right here. That is
yeah.
so sexy. Look at
Oh man.
And now we got deals.
You might have to delete your browser history.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now we got deals with gold
Huge
that are available
this week.
through the 26th of June, which is just next Monday.
This is
and then,
the
of course,
spotlight
Tuesday,
sale.
it
And
resets.
I think for the next couple of weeks, they're going to be deep cuts on games. I think Microsoft is doing this to compete with the summer Steam sale that just released today because Mark picked up a game for $2 on Steam.
Well, you can't. Well, I mean, you're losing money at that point.
I know. There was a game for 69 cents. Like, seriously. I cannot not buy that.
Yeah, I know. You make more interest in that in your savings account. I mean, you gotta. So you got Farming Simulator, Hitman, the complete first season, which I think is a big one, and then you got Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, which I think is actually another big one, and Farming Simulator is a big one too. IDARB 80% off, which is pretty awesome.
What was the game that you purchased, Mark?
I purchased a couple.
Oh, the Turing Test.
That game is so good. It was $6. It's $6.
Are you a robot?
No.
You're testing. So the Turing test is a test to decide if AI is complete, basically, like if it's reached the singularity.
If AI is actually AI.
Yeah. Are you?
No. Well,
I did take the test.
I don't want to spoil anything in that
test?
game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
the Turing test.
I see you all the time, but I don't know.
The Turing test is basically a test that if you have a robot, you give the robot the test. If you can't tell that it's a robot, then it's then it passes
Yeah,
AI.
That's what I'm asking you.
I'm a human. Do I look like a human?
Well,
Do I smell like a human?
What are the results of the test?
Then I'm a human. No, that game. So I got to talk about this game.
Yeah, let's talk about it right now.
It is so good. I had no idea. I've never heard of this game. I know it's on Steam. It was released on Steam and all that stuff. On the Windows.
Is it similar to Portal, kind of?
It is like if Portal and so what's that game that has the really cool narrator voice that you're walking along and then I walked around and the world crumbled.
Oh yeah. What is that game? I don't know. But it's
Bastion?
Awesome. Bastion.
Yeah,
yes.
so Bastion. So this game is Portal, and the narrator in this game, it's like a robot dude. It's a robot of all things. It is
Apparently, it didn't pass the test.
I don't want to spoil anything. Check this game out. You are. It's hard not to talk about this game. I am so impressed by the storytelling. Imagine if Portal. I mean, the Portal story was
well,
really
you can
good.
tell like the general synopsis of the story, who you are.
You're
and stuff.
astronauts.
Sure.
You're part of a team of astronauts that's on the moon, on a moon of Jupiter, and you are an engineer that has been in cryostasis.
Okay.
And you have been woken up, and your job as an engineer was essentially to be like I guess a pilot to get the astronauts home later. I think, from what I understand. But you are woken up by a robot, and you have lost. You're on a space station. Your crew is on the planet. You have lost contact for 500 hours from the crew, and you're going down to try to figure out what's wrong with the crew.
Okay.
And it's so good because it's like Portal. It's all you're doing tests that require creativity. It's just like Portal in that aspect, and you are learning what's happening and the characters and the storytelling is
as you
so
go
good.
along.
I cannot even just
$6. Best $6 you've spent in a long time.
Yes, I had no idea this game was this good,
Very nice.
and I had never heard about it, and now I cannot wait to keep playing this game. The Turing test.
There you go. That's part of deals with
so
gold.
good.
What else? What else?
Blood
is
Bowl
there?
2.
The Stanley
David
Parable.
played.
Yes.
That's what it was. Okay, sorry. It's the Stanley Parable and Portal. That would be a perfect description of this.
Blood Bowl 2.
Okay, back
is
to
on
that.
there.
Yeah, thanks.
Blood Bowl 2.
How much % off is that?
That is 60% off.
Oh,
Which, David, you bought this one.
I did. I like it.
Which is pretty awesome. We also have DC Universe Online 3-month membership at 25% off.
Did
So if
now,
you're
do
looking-
you got into DC Universe Online, Jordan?
Yeah, on the PC and
Do
then on the
you
Xbox.
think it's worth it to be a member? Because these MMOs that are free to play, there's membership bonuses. I know, like ESO, you've been a part of.
Mhm.
Do you think DC Universe Online is worth it to pay for the membership? And if so, what benefits do you get?
I don't. I usually just become a member.
So he doesn't care.
Yeah,
You're one of
Remember
those
a while-
guys.
You remember a while back when I got in trouble
Oh,
because
that's
I
right,
had
you
like
had
9
like 6
memberships?
memberships.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
like,
right.
It's like the Costco thing. Like you can't go in unless you're a member. So it's like, or the Frasier episode when there's that higher door. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and you're
and they
like,
kept
well, I
going.
want to go to
But
the.
that's a platinum door.
Yeah, you know,
Wait, that's what's
that's
behind
how it
the
is when
gold.
That's how it is when I'm playing games. I'm like, well, why am I not the premium guy? You know what I mean? So I like to.
And that's
But
why,
no, usually
that's why
I do it is because, and generally, I mean, you get a bunch of stuff. You depend on the game, right? You usually get niceties, right?
skins or
But
mounts.
generally, in the free to play MMO, if they have a subscription options,
Sure.
you get the 10% to 20% experience boost on everything you do.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of them do, and that's really the desire to subscribe because you're playing it all the time. You're going to want to be efficient. So
Now-
if you get that 10%
now-
boost or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you're an MMO guy. The DC Universe Online membership is on sale right now.
If you like DC Universe, get it.
Okay, is it
I like DC.
is it good
Universe.
as an MMO?
I like DC Universe Online. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best one, but I like it.
But it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, I had a
Okay.
good time with it.
Okay,
So,
good deal.
Gunscape, 75% off.
Very nice.
Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, which we already talked about, 67% off. The Hitman. All the episodes are 60% off. And the complete first season altogether, 60% off. So if you need an individual episode, they're all 60% off. The whole season, 60% off. I'm thinking about grabbing this one. Because I think it was Troubadour told us that this was a fun game.
Everybody likes it. What people did not like about Hitman is the season pass thing.
Yeah.
That this is not a game that lends itself to seasons and episodes. And that's what people got frustrated with. They felt like it was a little bit of a money grab.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Telltale, right? Where it comes out
Yeah.
That's the model, but it's not a Telltale. I mean, it's not a Telltale game.
But it's the model that it comes out in chapters.
Yes, but
every couple months.
do you think you can do that with like a Hitman? Let's say they did that with Dishonored, right? That's kind of it's not the same game, but it's a stealth. There's stealth aspects to that game. I just don't know. I don't know if you can do that. I think this was an experiment tried and failed, maybe.
Has it failed though? I thought it was pretty popular of a game.
Yeah, well, I mean, but nobody likes. I mean, at least from what I read,
Nobody
not a
likes
lot of
that
people
style.
like that style.
Well, I say if it's good, then it'll work. If it's bad, then it won't. Good games sell, bad games don't.
All right. Well, okay. Could you have a good game, but that they break up into episodes that make it not an enjoyable experience for you?
Well, probably, but with that, as a person who would buy the game, I would probably not buy it until it's fully released.
Sure,
So I guess
sure.
that model doesn't work for a guy like
And I
me.
guess it depends too on the pricing model and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also got some Neverwinter adventure packs on sale. You got some Star Trek Online Zen on sale, and then you got some Warframe Platinum on sale. World of Tanks on sale, which actually I jumped into World of Tanks this week. That game's pretty fun.
Oh, I do like that game.
Big sale this week. Be sure to check it out.
Go check it out, baby.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to continue over this next week too, maybe with a different variety of games, because again, I think they're trying to compete with the Steam sale.
Mm-hmm. Battleborn. We haven't
Battleborn.
heard that in a while.
We have
Hero
not.
shooter Battleborn released a new competitive multiplayer mode, Supercharge.
Oh, okay.
Pits two teams together of 3, and you just play each other.
And it's free to play.
Yeah, well, yes, the multiplayer section of Battleborn's free to play, so that's cool.
Let's do a post-mortem on Battleborn.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I think that game is dead.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's lost a lot of hype. I would say it's at its doors. It's pretty close to
So
dying.
post-mortem, what went wrong? Because I enjoyed that game
It's a
lot.
good game. Yeah,
actually.
it's a really-
I
I
really
really
enjoyed
liked
that
it as
game.
well.
Where did they go wrong?
I think
What
they
happened?
marketed wrong. They tried to go after Overwatch, which I think was not.
But did
smart.
they?
No, they tweeted out, "Bring it on, Overwatch."
Oh well, that's okay.
Yeah, they did.
That's funny.
And then Overwatch responded like,
They just show their sales numbers.
"Yeah." They just
It's like when
responded
you
with
point
their
to the
sales.
scoreboard.
Yeah.
Right? Like-
No, it was like before it was coming out. It was like they sent a picture of one of their animations. It was like, "Hey, bro, bring it on," and it was at Overwatch when they were releasing an Overwatch.
That could
just-
be fun though. I think
No,
that's
I
kinda
could.
fun.
I know Overwatch didn't take it personal. They just said, "Hey, there's enough room in this universe for both of us, bro."
Okay, let's go over this.
But they
So
just,
things
happy face,
things I liked
you know.
about that game: super fun gameplay. It's super fast.
Just real quick though, this new mode combines Meltdown mode, where you escort minions to a section to score points,
Sure.
and the capture mode.
Well,
Where you
it
must-
seems a lot
yeah,
faster.
It's a new
3v3,
mode,
compact, faster. I liked the depth. I liked the tongue-in-cheek humor of it. The campaigns,
like the art style.
campaign was fun. Loved the art style. Had a blast playing that game, but
The raids essentially were
But-
super fun.
but it just didn't last, and it never took off.
Well, they made fixes that probably should have been there during launch, like the UI changes they made to clean
Yes,
things up
that's
a little
right,
bit.
Yeah,
Because that was when I originally started playing it. That was kind of a turnoff. It was so busy.
it really was.
It was
busy.
really hard
Yeah.
for me to figure out. And even I could see pro players with all those numbers and everything going everywhere. It would be hard to be strategic
Sure.
with all that noise.
Sure.
You know,
So what killed it though? Was it timing? Just bad timing?
I think it's a mixture of things. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's a shame because it's a good game.
it's a good
It
game.
really is. It really is.
It was. I mean, they went whether they challenged Overwatch or not. You know, with the tweet, they
yeah, I mean, it's probably just having fun.
they released against a huge blockbuster of a hype game,
Yeah.
which still to this day is very strong. Overwatch. So it's akin to, you know, two blockbusters coming out at the same weekend. One's going to do better than the other.
Yeah.
You know, as far as movies go, that they had that. I don't know, the UI fixes. I mean, I think as a developer, it's Gearbox.
I think they've done a good job.
They've done a good job of supporting their game. It just
Do you think a game like that can come back?
come back.
Do you think like going free
Well-
to play, changing up your models, and you basically got to start from scratch and build a community, don't you? I mean, I
Yeah.
mean, when I say that they have thousands of people playing their game probably, but I mean, to be top dog numbers to compete with the best. What do you got to do to come back?
Well,
from
I mean,
that?
look at what they're doing. They're adding a new PvP mode. They've done UI changes. They've had tons of patches. They've supported it. I just think it lost its momentum and hype when they came out at the same time as a game like Overwatch.
Yeah.
And launch date is huge for games.
Yeah.
I mean, after the first month of a game's release, games generally drop down to like 30%
Yeah.
of play time.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they just
Well, there you go. Well, good luck, Battleborn. I hope you stick around. I hope it comes back. I think it's a fantastic game. Just an unfortunate series of events, maybe that, or just missing the boat, or just unlucky. I mean, there's a lot of luck involved. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
With something that takes off or it doesn't. Back to our question on: do episodic games work outside Telltale games? A poll went up in chat. 40% said yes. 60% said no. They do not work outside of Telltale games.
yeah. So it's almost I mean, it's
half
back
and
and
half,
forth.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, there you go. Moving on.
Wolfenstein developer. Speaking of Wolfenstein, we talked about it a little bit earlier. You can pre-order it if you want. The developer came out and said, quote, "We always envisioned this as a trilogy."
Yes.
So that would be cool.
It makes sense.
Nothing's. I mean, take this with a grain of salt. Nothing is like confirmed. I mean, assumingly, if Wolfenstein: The New Colossus does good, they'll of course make a third one. But that's just kind of what he said. So
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool news. You know?
Best suggestion I've seen for a Telltale game, organic suggestion. I want a Telltale Saved by the Bell. That is actually hilarious. And actually, they think that's genius. Go back
to Bayside.
Pop culture 90210 Telltale.
Yeah.
90210 Telltale.
Yeah, right? Buffy, the Vampire Slayer,
Yeah,
Telltale.
That's pretty funny. That would be
Just like a bunch of WB shows.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
The Wayans Brothers, Telltale.
So, so new DLC for Titanfall 2. We got two new maps. One of them is War Games, which is looks like a DLC from the original Titanfall. You remember that city that was basically kind of like a virtual city that we were in? It was in one of the DLC map packs.
It was
looks
a
like
training.
it looks like they're kind of revamping that one. And then also for the live fire mode,
Okay.
they're getting a new map called Traffic.
Favorite mode. My favorite mode, live fire. Super
and get
fun.
this.
Yeah, I would say mine too.
They are adding
in my limited experience.
They are adding an additional weapon to pilots on the ground.
Ooh, what is that?
So it's just an additional weapon. So you
a
can
third
have
weapon
okay.
slot?
yeah, a third
Okay.
weapon slot.
So you just go
can
boom, boom,
have
boom.
you can have a primary, a secondary, and a Titan anti-Titan weapon.
So War
So
Games.
before you were able to have a primary and an anti-Titan, now you can have primary, secondary, and an anti.
I didn't realize what you were saying with the War Games map. That's the map from the first Titanfall.
No, yeah, that's the first map. The second map, that's the one they're redoing.
Oh, okay.
The second
okay.
map is a map called Traffic, and it's for
okay.
War Games.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very
so
nice.
which is very cool. Good for Titanfall.
Good for Titanfall.
And of course, all
another
free.
great game. Another
So
great
you don't
game.
have to worry about
and
paying for it all
and I
free.
think that's a good way to do it. Not DLC
Yeah.
packs. Just
Yeah, just
it's the right way
There
to
you
do
go.
it. Good job, Titanfall.
yeah. I think Halo's doing a good job with it too. They
Yeah.
just released stuff. So.
Good deal.
Killer Instinct developer doing a new game. This game actually really reminded me of Attack on Titan, and I wonder if that was their inspiration. But this
the
game,
anime or the game that came out, or both.
both.
Okay.
Basically, but basically, there's a trailer of this game, and you're this guy who looks pretty cool,
With like a flaming sword thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and giant monsters attack cities. Like giant monsters, and you have to swing around, do parkour, do all this crazy stuff. There's
Oh,
also
this is
little
cool.
there's also like little minion monsters as well. But yeah, giant
The baby
monsters, yeah,
monsters.
that you go around and you have to kill.
This
I
looks
mean,
cool.
It does look cool. Watch the trailer. It's a little graphic.
Population control on monsters.
It is a little graphic, but it basically, I saw this and I was like, this is Attack on Titan fantasy version, you know,
Yeah.
with orcs and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I'm excited for it. So, and that's from the Killer Instinct developer. They'll be doing that.
A game
So-
I'm super excited for. Skull and Bones
Yes,
has some news.
they confirmed that they will have a narrative campaign,
Yeah,
which is very cool.
it's always fun.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a campaign.
No,
Rise of the Necromancer pack arrives June 27th,
here
which
it
is
comes.
just coming, and I believe it was $14.99 for this pack, so $15 if you want to buy this one.
Diablo. You know, it's one of the highest ranked rated games on the Xbox Live Marketplace.
Ah,
Diablo
really?
3.
Yeah,
It's in the top 5.
that's a good game.
That is a fantastic game.
Halo 6 won't be revealed anytime soon. So they just-
343. Just be quiet for a while. Like, let me give you a piece of advice from someone that knows absolutely nothing. Shh.
Do
just quiet. First people. Well, I think this is the problem. First they say we'll have some news. We'll be at E3.
we'll be at E3.
Well, they said
and
they
then
weren't
at
going to
E3,
be at E3. No,
Well,
before E3 they came out like a month or
we're
two
not going to be at
before.
E3, and then at E3, we're not going to bring anything for a long time.
Yeah.
Don't even say anything.
Why do we have to say
Do-
stuff?
I mean,
Well,
Rockstar.
granted. This is the media, so perhaps they didn't say anything, and that's like
Well, it basically don't expect it at Gamescom or PAX this year.
Okay.
Like, it's basically it's not going to be coming anytime soon. Gigantic release date. We all played this game.
You
we all
love this
liked
game.
it. Yeah, I really did. I really
You
did
own
enjoy
this game.
one. I do own this game.
Boom.
You guys own it too because it's free.
yeah, but you bought the Founders Pack.
That's because it's the membership. You know what I
Oh,
mean? I want to
yeah,
be the
it
premium
is.
guy.
Because we
Yeah,
had this
yeah,
discussion. Yeah. I mean, why can't I be the VIP guy?
Yeah.
Founders Pack is now $30, by the way.
Yeah, in celebration of this game launching, coming out of beta. Now, this game, I think, did it right. They came into early access. They did a good job. It was free in early access. They came out with updates. They gave you the option to buy a Founders Pack if you
Yeah.
wanted to. And now, I think, is this the only game to go into the preview program that's actually releasing? I don't know.
No, other games. What's the other?
What's the other one?
Planet Base was in preview and released full.
See, but
Wait, was
you
it? No, it wasn't.
I think you can only count it on one hand.
I
give it.
think
Give
there's
you probably
definitely more
only
than
count
one.
one. Oh, anyway, but I think Gigantic really did do it right with going to the preview program. It was free to play it. You can buy the Founders Pack if you wanted to be a part of that and support the developers. And then now it has a full release on July 20th. In celebration of that, the Founders Pack is, instead of $40, it will be $30.
Yeah.
And you can become
That
a
is
founder.
a good game. You
And
guys
yeah,
want?
it basically you can earn in-game currency to unlock. It doesn't give you any advantage. You can earn in-game currency to unlock characters. This just unlocks all the characters for you.
This is another example.
All
of,
the in-game stuff you buy is just
yeah.
cosmetic.
Gigantic is another example of taking a very fun, super complicated genre, simplifying it and making it better. And that's what I feel like they did. They took what Smite does, and Smite does very well, a 3D MOBA,
Yeah.
simplified it and made it better. I mean,
Third-person MOBA.
Third person mode.
Yeah.
I had a blast with this game. I will be playing it in the future.
Yeah,
McSpicy.
it's fun.
We all
It's
had a blast with
excellent.
this
It's a
game.
good
It's
game.
a very well
Yeah.
done game because it's much more. I mean, what do you have? 5 abilities to choose from that you upgrade?
Yeah, you kind of upgrade left or right, basically. It's like, do you want this or this?
Yeah.
You morph the ability, but it's like, do you want this or this? And you just choose.
It's very
And it's-
Heroes of the
it's-
Storm,
Yeah, yeah.
where
It's
you
very
only have
quick.
2 abilities.
Yeah,
or
it's
so.
not so complicated. My problem with Smite, I really wanted to get into it.
But you
The
gotta buy
learning
gear
curve
and
for
stuff
that
like
game is just unreal. And I wonder if console the learning, like the time commitment for learning new games like a Smite on console players is lower. I bet you it's lower. I bet you have less time to capture someone on a console than a PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because of the nature of who's playing consoles.
I just remember Mark pinged the crap out of the map because he thought it was the reload button.
Because I thought,
Wait, in Gigantic?
Yeah.
gigantic. So
Every,
I thought
you're looking
because
down, and
X.
just everywhere Mark was. You just know where Mark was because he's always pinging the
I
map.
was like, I was like, what's
Yeah,
that
'cause you were
noise?
playing as Beckett, who has guns.
Yeah, so she has guns. So I'm trying to reload my guns, and it was just it's ping.
It's
So I'm literally pinging
it's
everywhere.
like a sonar wherever Mark is on the
Because it's an auto reload. You use
It
all our
took
bullets,
me-
and then yeah.
I think it took me 10 games to realize that I was pinging the map the entire time.
Everybody's like, "What does that guy want?"
Yeah, my bad.
No, I just that was funny. Yeah.
This next announcement, I am so super excited
Yes,
for.
Pillars of Eternity coming to Xbox on August 29th.
August 29th. Super excited
Yes.
for
Role playing game.
role playing.
Awesome game. That's all
Has
you need to
a
know.
Dragon Age feel
Diablo
to
style,
it.
top down.
Has a very Dragon
Dungeon
Age
crawler,
feel to
yeah.
it. It's got great reviews from the PC. It's coming over to the Xbox One. Very excited for this game. If you're into this, now this is true like original RPG style.
Yeah.
If you like that, you'll dig this game. At least that's
Like
at least-
Baldur's Gate kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but less strict on. I mean, it's a modern Baldur's Gate
Okay. Yeah.
because you don't have like the square movement or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a top down, kind of like Divinity, I guess would be. Divinity,
it's
Diablo
like Divinity
style.
Original Sin.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit the button there.
Oh,
What
nice.
button did you press?
The setup button.
How long has it been there? Or did you just accidentally?
And
press
last but not least,
No,
let's-
actually, we got 2 more.
Oh,
I
sorry,
skipped
2 more.
over this one because I wanted Mark to talk about it.
Okay, let's go. Mark.
Overwatch.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
first of all, Overwatch came out with the Horizon map.
Okay.
And
Okay, here we go.
All
Here
right,
we go. There we go.
soapbox it.
Blizzard
go.
here.
Stand up,
they,
baby.
They do this to me sometimes.
Megaphone.
I have supported Blizzard since I was like 13,
13 years
right? And I'm now 25. So
He's 25.
and I'm paying $15 a month
That's
to them
12
since I
years,
was 13.
everybody.
So
Yeah.
That's 12 years.
imagine how much money I've given those guys.
That's
12
right?
years.
I mean, you
I
should
think I
be VIP.
budgeted. I think I produced Overwatch here with my money I've been paying them over the years, right?
Yeah.
This is the second time. I don't want to call it. It's like just on the line of false advertisement.
Okay.
Like, okay, Horizon, the new map came out.
It's on the moon.
It's on the moon. Cool map, cool art style. You know, the story behind it's kind of cool, right? You know, the overall map is a little confusing, but that new map.
It's a new
going to be
map.
confusing,
Yeah,
right?
you're not going to understand.
What bothers me is they make a big like on Oasis. On Oasis, they made a big deal, and maybe I'm just reading it wrong. Maybe they didn't make a big deal, but this is how I'm reading it. They're like, we're gonna have a launch pad. You know, you remember like in those '90s shooters.
Oh,
when
I
you had a
remember you
launch
talking
pad?
about it.
Yeah, and I'm
I
like,
remember
oh,
talking
dude, a launch pad,
Oh,
right? You know,
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Not,
I like your sound effect there.
yeah.
That's good.
And
That's
then-
actually what
then-
doink.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like on Oasis.
Yeah. Then the map comes out, and I basically have a
Shat.
yeah.
You have shat.
A broken elevator is essentially what it is. You go slower than an elevator, it just and it puts you on this over, and it wasn't
Wasn't what you
what
expected.
they kind of said to what I expected was completely different.
So the DLC
Now,
came out, not what you
moving on-
expected.
Moving on to Horizon.
Hold on, wait, before we move on.
Yeah. No, well, this is the part of the DLC I was just
Oh,
telling
okay.
you.
Let him
First-
keep coming.
the-
There's more to
Go
this
ahead.
because he's
Whoa.
got to talk about
Whoa,
low
okay.
gravity now.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first map. Yeah, because the low gravity again. Didn't they show off low gravity?
They-
like,
yeah,
hey,
they're
check
like,
this out.
Because Jeff Kaplan,
Yeah.
which we'll hear in just a minute
Sure.
about the loot boxes, but Jeff Kaplan, he was like, we really like the low gravity section of the map. It's super fun. It's interesting. It changes the dynamic a little bit. You know, he goes into how proud they were of
Yeah.
kind of the
And
low
then they
gravity.
showed characters using it.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, that's going to be really cool. Now, given I have only played this map a total of 3 times in just the regular play mode of defend and attack on
Sure.
the 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Not once during those 3 modes did we ever go into the low gravity section because they put the low gravity section way off to the right or the left, depending on what. Like, it's way out of nowhere, and who's gonna fight there? Like, it's not
Yeah.
a part of the map. It's just like they put it in over there, and that's what's frustrating. Is I feel like they built it up to be a part of gameplay. Like, I was expecting point A, you defend. If the attackers take it, maybe dropping back to point B, there's gonna be this hallway or this section, this outdoor section where you have to get and be low gravity, and that would kind of how they.
Yeah.
But it's imagine a straight line. The map is a straight line, and 2 miles to the right is where the low gravity
Yeah.
is. It's way. It's
Over
just.
in
It's
Nevada.
not. Yeah. It's not. Now they do have a low gravity game mode, which is fine and fun, and I played that. But I was actually thinking this was going to be like integrated into the map, be a part of the full gameplay in quick and competitive matches, and that's what's. But it wasn't. So I feel like these last 2 maps, they've just been on that line of like false advertisement. You know what I mean? Just and.
I know.
And I
like-
can say
yeah.
this because I really like Blizzard.
And
you know what I
you've
mean?
supported-
I've
we
supported
had
them
Silence
since I
do
was
the map.
friggin' 12.
McSpicy, agree with Jordan, disagree with Jordan? Is it a little bit of false advertising on Overwatch's part with the last 2 DLCs?
Well, I mean, I agree 100%. I agree with Jordan, but I also get their standpoint. Like Jeff Kaplan. The thing is, Jeff Kaplan, he's a super cool guy.
Yeah, he
and
made
he's-
one of my favorite expansions to Warcraft.
He's so transparent. He says that, you know, what he's thinking, why Blizzard's doing what they're doing. We'll hear him talk about loot boxes in a minute. I have that audio here for us. What?
John O'Man 12 in chat because Silence did the math. That's not including all the extra stuff I bought.
Yeah.
That's
You-
yeah, I'm saying.
You spent a lot
I've
of
given
money.
them a lot of money over the years.
I get when they develop something new, they're gonna try to they're proud of it.
Yeah.
You know, so I get that. I get that he was like, ooh, we're doing low gravity on this map.
Way off to the left.
Way out there. So when my first experience, I gotta mirror Jordan. I went on to a custom map by myself to try to learn the map.
Yeah.
It took me 15 minutes to find where the low gravity was.
That's how we were. Because at work, we played on the computer.
Yeah.
And we got thrown into us. We all stopped work because we're like, hey, the new map release. Let's stop work.
What a
and play,
cool
you know?
job,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, man,
So we all
good
jumped
job.
in, and it took us. I was like, oh, let's go find the logo. And we actually thought one of my coworkers was like, oh, maybe it's just not in this map, this specific map. Maybe it's more of a 3v3 thing. And I was like, oh, okay, right. That makes sense. And then we can play it in the 3v3 mode or the arcade mode. But then we eventually found it, and it was like, oh, I'm never going to use this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I agree with Jordan. I get that Blizzard's proud of what they're doing, but I agree it kind of was overhyped for something so,
That's
mundane.
not really a part of the game.
That's not really a part of the map, I guess. So another Overwatch news, they're making changes to the loot box system.
Yeah.
This is fun. When you do you have those moments where you're like, like Nintendo? You're like, I think Nintendo heard me because they changed this.
Yeah.
I feel like they
listen to you.
You know what? That letter I wrote to Jeff Kaplan about how crappy loot boxes are, because all you ever do is get duplicates and it pisses you off.
Ever gotten 4 sprays that were duplicates?
4 sprays, that's the worst. It's a terrible thing. You're having a good day.
Have you ever gotten 4 sprays? Because I'm not a big fan of the sprays. But then separately, have you ever gotten 4 duplicates?
You're having a good time. You're smiling. You go, oh, got a crate. It's all duplicates. It just pisses you off. You're just in a bad mood now. They're making changes to the loot box system. David, can you go ahead and press that
There
button?
are those changes.
This
Mr.
is
Jeff Kaplan.
This is Jeff
Take us
Kaplan's.
home.
Yeah, right here.
Now, I wanted to address one more topic very quickly. We are going to make significant improvements to the loot box experience. One of the things that we're going to do is drastically reduce the rate of duplicates that you'll get out of any loot box. We think this will be immediately evident and extremely significant for all of our players, and we think it's going to feel fantastic. Now, one thing you might be thinking is, well, if you reduce the amount of duplicates I get, what's going to happen in terms of me earning credits and being able to buy the things I want? Well, to compensate for this, we're going to increase the amount of credits that you get out of loot boxes. So we'll make sure that your credit intake will be at least the same, if not more, when all of this is done. You won't see duplicate items anywhere near as much. And we really encourage you to go on the PTR, check this out, and feel it for yourself. You have to keep in mind that the system doesn't have infinite content. So at some point, you're obviously going to get duplicate items. You would need an infinite amount of content to have no duplicates. But we think the change should be very drastic and significant and feel fantastic.
Yeah, so I actually think all loot box systems should take notes from this. Because that's what pisses you off is the duplicates. I really like these changes. Like he said, he feels that people are going to like it, and they're increasing the gold, because that's another thing that sucked is you hated getting gold because it was so low.
Well, they're not increasing the gold. They're compensating you for not getting as much duplicates. So, for example, you get 5 gold per duplicate. So, say you would normally get 3 duplicates, that's 15 gold. They're just now going to give you 15 gold for 1 duplicate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
it's
okay.
essentially,
more gold for duplicates.
theoretically, you should be getting gold at the same pace you're getting that gold now.
Yeah.
It's kind of the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, anyways,
which is an incredibly slow rate.
Slow rate
for me.
For those Overwatch fans, I know there's a lot out there, and I know there's a lot of people that don't play Overwatch, but that is, I think, a great change to another thing that Blizzard, I like how they listen to the community, and I love how transparent they are on the changes and what they're doing. So, yeah. Anyways, that's the Overwatch news. Is there anything else, Jordan?
No. I mean, Overwatch, yeah, I think they should get rid of loot crates.
I think so, too.
I think all loot crates should be... I'm just not a loot crate fan.
So did you have another story?
Yeah, one more. Anthem.
That's right.
Big
This
one
is
for
big.
Anthem. Anthem is going to be a 10-year journey, is what they're saying.
That's what they announced.
So I just like how they're not trying to deny or say that they're not trying to be like Destiny. I think they're just, because let's be honest, this game is, a lot of people are comparing it to Destiny, which I think is, there needs to be another Destiny, right?
Sure.
That's only how games get better. Just how there needs, like World of Warcraft was king forever. I mean, it still is pretty up there as king, but there needed to be another MMO. So because World of Warcraft, I'm going to be honest, there's a couple expansions that made you pull away for a while, and they're like, oh crap,
we got to make things
because there's
better.
other MMOs out there for people to play, and then they got to make things better. And,
competition.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's good. I don't have I saw some people are like, oh, they're just copying Destiny. I don't have a problem with that. Destiny's a fun game.
I don't have a problem with that either.
Yeah, if they
But
want,
they're not copying Destiny.
Well, they're doing their own thing. It's their own flair. But it's
a genre now.
It is. Yeah, exactly. Destiny made a genre.
Yeah,
Just
and
how
this is part
League
of
of
their
Legends and
genre.
Dota made a genre, right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Just how Hotline Miami made a genre. I mean, come on.
So they came out and said, this is a quote, Anthem is a social game where you and your friends go on quests and journeys.
Yep.
It is a game where we've been working on for almost 4 years now, and once we launch it next year, I think it'll be the start of our 10-year journey for us, end quote. So I just think it's cool. And I think they are in a perfect position to do it because BioWare's behind this one.
Yeah.
BioWare has
a lot of long-term projects that it's done successfully.
And I think
like
they have,
Star Wars.
I think they have the experience. Yeah,
The
Star Wars
MMO.
being one of them. They have the experience of an awesome RPG. They got Dragon Age. They got Mass Effect. They got a lot of RPGs under their belt. They're well-rounded in the RPG genre. Now, this game...
Well, but I think better example is Star Wars MMO.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
This game, like Destiny, you can compare it to an MMO.
Sure.
They have that experience now with their Star Wars team,
and they have it in a consistent, persistent universe. Consistent and persistent.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
And
universe.
They can go down the hallway to the Star Wars door and say, hey. I mean, I just think
Hey,
they
what
have the
worked, what
experience.
didn't
Like,
work.
Star Wars went through a lot of stuff. Where Destiny 2, I think, is obviously going to be a lot better because they can say, okay, let's do this. Wait a minute. This did not work.
Yeah.
Sure.
We've learned that, I feel like they already have that experience
Okay,
of
let me
rolling
ask,
things out.
Let me ask
this
you this.
doesn't work.
Now the fanboys are coming out, the anti-Destiny fanboys, the everybody. And a lot of people, especially on the the internet wars, they begin
Okay.
with shot across the bow. The shot was this week
Skadoosh.
after this announcement saying this is the Destiny killer. Is based on what we saw, is that fair? Is it unfair? Do we need to wait? Is Anthem the Destiny killer? Mark.
I always hate going into something without a lot of data to make an opinion.
Sure.
There's really not a lot of data. What I saw of Anthem got me chills. It looks so fun, so good. And I didn't see much, and I want to see more, of course. If it has... See, here's a big if. I'm going to be playing both. You know what? Screw it. Is it the Destiny killer? Not for me, because I'll be playing both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It has potential to be.
Yeah.
Because, it's just...
I think people are basing it off of an incredibly amazing 5-minute video gameplay, and it's not just video. It was real time gameplay
on the Xbox One
on
X.
the Xbox One X that grabbed us. What if that's the only good part of that game?
I mean, see, and it could be.
Yeah,
it could be. I mean, how many trailers have we seen where all the jokes were in the trailer?
Oh, tons.
So I mean, that could be. That's why I'm hesitant. But it looked good. If it delivers
what you saw on screen
with a good loot carrot on the stick system, that game is going to
compete.
It's going to compete for sure.
And I think that,
you've got to realize too.
I think they have the experience of
Sure.
loot with Star Wars and even Dragon Age, but loot is what drives Destiny, right? You get on Destiny.
It's what
to
drives
get
World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah. It's really what drives. Yeah, exactly. And
That's what drives any of these games.
essentially, it's what drives SWTOR, right? Star Wars.
It's what drives people to lose their jobs playing these
You
games.
want to get better gear. You want to get the best gear. So I think that's going to be the big part of it. But it looked like it. Remember in the demo, they specifically pulled up a weapon and said, "Oh, this is, Johnny's rifle." They had a much cooler name.
Yeah.
But this,
No, I like that. This is Johnny's rifle.
This is
legendary.
This is Johnny's Red Rocket rifle. BB shooter.
Yeah. But I don't think Anthem will be a Destiny killer. I think it'll be what some of these other MMOs were to World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? It'll compete with it.
Yeah, Graphic Killer in chat said, with Destiny 2 coming out this year and Anthem coming out in 2018, it could just be the next big game and not the killer.
Yeah, that's true because they're essentially at least a half a year
And
apart.
maybe that they do that on purpose because you don't want. When you got a king for a reason, right? You don't want to directly compete. Maybe that's a good marketing move. Alternate your expansions with Destiny expansion 1 year, and that's just better for us because then we don't got to drop $120 every.
And that's smart. That's what I feel is what the game that we were talking about earlier, not Gigantic. Battleborn. I think that's what they did wrong, is released it at really close to Overwatch.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a very strategic move. Polish it up a little bit more.
2018.
And
get your messaging. Build up the hype.
See what features Destiny 2 is going to bring in. Why are people playing Destiny 2? I know a year's not a lot of time to throw in like new stuff, but you can refine
and that's
things,
the X factor. We've not seen a lot of gameplay from Destiny 2, and you got to remember, Destiny 2's game, or Destiny period's game mechanic is
It's solid.
Superior to everything.
Now,
in all reality,
what they need to nail and to EA's credit, I think they've been doing very good at this. Day one, week one launch. You don't want to have any multiplayer issues with this type of game.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
And
I mean,
EA has
you
done a good
really
job.
got to come. Yeah,
Titanfall,
lately.
both Titanfalls,
Yeah.
Battlefield.
The CEO does not know how to put on a good presentation.
does
but
not.
he has turned things around. Coming to multi. Battlefield didn't have very. I mean, it had its issues, but it didn't have very many
Yeah.
issues. The latest EA multiplayer games have not had too many issues on the because
Oh no,
they've been
I would
doing
say
these betas.
very. I think Battlefield
Titanfall
4.
almost had no
I
issues.
think Battlefield 4 was the last major. issue
the major issue
for
that it had,
EA
and I think they've done a
online.
good. And
that was at launch.
I launch for these. I think launch for this game especially.
I mean-
because it's going to be compared strictly to Destiny.
Sorry, I mean EA. That was at a console launch
Yeah.
that they had issues. So that's a whole other animal
Yeah.
too. But to their credit, they have been solid.
Mhm.
Well,
on-
they've.
on
I'm
launches.
sure because Battlefield 4 was for a whole
it was-
year.
it was
had problems.
crippling.
Netcode,
It
yeah,
crippled
everything
it.
bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Battlefield 1, I feel, had a good launch. I mean, it had its issues here and there, but nothing bad. You know what I mean?
No.
And I think this game, take a year to polish it. You've already had 4 years in development. Take this fifth one to really polish it and test the crack. I mean, because you don't want to, because you're going to be, you're always going to be compared to Destiny.
Yeah, John Man 12 in chat says Destiny does have Nathan Fillion.
Well, Nathan Fillion does a lot of voice acting
Yes, it
everywhere. I mean, that
does, it
guy's
does.
just cool.
I mean, he does have.
I actually-
they have really centered on him too in the trailers.
Well,
and-
if you got the goods, show it off. You know.
He's literally a professional cool guy.
Yeah, that's what he does. I actually don't think there's a voice actor that I like more. I mean,
Yeah.
I really like Mark Hamill. I think he's an awesome
Oh,
joke.
yeah.
I think he does really good stuff. But honestly, Nathan Fillion, he's just like one of my heroes. He is like my
He's just a
hero.
cool guy, yeah.
yeah.
I guess we could have The Rock. You know, he's
I'm-
cool.
I'm hoping they'll probably do
The
a bit-
perfect cast. Who would you have the perfect cast for Anthem?
They'll I think Anthem will probably do like an open beta maybe for a week or two next summer, and then release it
Snoop Dogg.
in.
That would be a good one to
yeah.
have.
and then
As a
release it in
voice actor, I
2018.
don't
But
Oh,
really,
yeah, are you
Too
kidding?
laid back.
No, that you have a laid back character.
He
Come on.
does.
yeah, Anthem's going to be compared to Destiny, so I think they really need to nail their launch.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
I mean,
you
they-
if
and
your
if they wanna
strategy, and I
compete-
don't know if this is their strategy, it might be pick on the biggest guy on the block, right? If that's let's pick a fight with the biggest kid on the block.
Mhm.
If that's their strategy, they have to nail everything
Yep.
from here until launch. And I'll tell you what will hurt them. Biggest thing that will hurt them is in chat delayed, and I've seen this in the internet. Oh, there's no way this is coming out. This is coming out in 2019, and I don't know what that is based on. Honestly, I just think we've seen it delayed so many times. I don't think it will be delayed because I don't think they can. Like if you're coming with the gravitas that you came to E3 with, you cannot delay the game.
Yeah, that's a dangerous slope though, because it's not ready. It's gonna crash.
Well, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I think it's ready. I think they're in the
Well,
polished stage.
they're at
at this
4.
point.
If they're at 4 years of development, I mean, I know some game. I mean, 4 years is a long time for game development.
I think
That-
from here out, it's tweaks and
Yeah.
balances.
they
and-
probably have most of it done. Maybe a few assets that need to be put, but like you said, I think they got a year to polish.
and they've got some assets.
Yeah. 4K
Silence,
assets.
silence. Nathan Fillion, The Rock, Terry Crews, and Snoop Dogg. That is your perfect quad team.
Dude, actually, Nolan North is another good voice.
Nolan
actor.
North is-
North,
yeah.
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, Mark Hal. Yeah, that. You guys throwing out some awesome names, man.
Anyways, great discussion, which moves us into our discussion segment of the show. This is where we take your questions. If you have a question for us and you're like, man, I wish these guys would talk about this, there's a way to get a hold of us. Every week on Facebook,
Call us.
facebook.com/X1Bros. Call us. 1-800 Positive Gaming. No. Leave a message. There's a post that goes up every week. Leave a message. Let us know what your question is, and it could be selected for one of our questions and during this discussion segment.
Okay.
Sorry, but first, before we get to those questions, I wanted to start with ESO Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. It has launched.
Morrowind.
Jordan
Okay.
the man had a chance. He is our resident MMO expert. He has played all of the Elder Scrolls Online. Now that Morrowind has launched, at up to this point, this is the biggest console MMO to date, I believe.
Oh yeah, it
The
is.
Elder
It really
Scrolls
is.
Online.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's on 2 consoles. It's doing good.
I think it's the most successful, anyways.
Yes.
Probably at this point. That's before Black Desert Online. I can't wait for Black Desert Online. But
Oh, I know, right?
but
Game's so good.
so Morrowind launches. You had a chance to jump in, Jordan. What do you think of the expansion of Morrowind? First impressions, go.
I like it. No.
Okay.
So I do like it. So what I did is I went in. and
You press start.
I pressed start.
You loaded the game.
I loaded the
I
game.
mean, we're really getting a play-by-play.
Yeah. So I loaded into one of my old characters, and I was getting ready to go, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to stream tonight. I want a fresh start, right? So I started a new character, and actually today I transferred all my gold and everything over to my old character or my newer character that I made, and I deleted my old characters because I was a fool with this game.
Fool.
I came in and I said, you know what? I always play a DPS or a tank character, you know, or like, you know,
You did what I
a
did. You
heavy
went different.
plateware. You
Yeah.
know, it's really what I play. So I was like, I'm
You want mage?
gonna play something different. I'm gonna play like a rogue.
Okay.
So, you know,
okay.
in World of Warcraft, the rogues, I like the rogues. They go invisible. They do stuff, right?
Sure.
You know, I've never played one, but I like the way they play. So I was like, you know what, a Nightblade sounds like a rogue. I did not have fun with it. Like, that's not my class style. You know what I mean? So I switched over to a new character, more of a paladin character this time,
Okay.
which would be the Templar, because I was like, you know, I like paladin. I played a paladin, then I played a Death Knight, and then, you know, which is an anti-paladin, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot more fun because I like the abilities more. It's just more my style. You know what I mean? So that was my first mistake when I was playing original ESO, right?
Sure.
So I jumped in, I created a new character, and I started fresh into Morrowind. Just give it a fresh start on this expansion. What I do like is if you have the expansion, everything I'm going to talk about is only if you have the expansion. So they added a new class, which I haven't gotten a chance to play yet. It's kind of like a druid, if you want to kind of call it anything,
Okay.
you know? But
So isn't that like plants and
yeah,
like,
it's a warden. He has like, you know, spirit animal stuff. It's kind
okay.
of like a druidy class, though. I mean, it's
Okay.
not exactly like a druid, but if you were to compare it to like a traditional, it's very druidy. So if you have Morrowind, like I said, everything from this point forward is only if you have the expansion Morrowind.
Sure.
New tutorial zone,
Okay.
which I really enjoyed, the new tutorial zone, because it's short, sweet, to the point, and then you're in the game.
That was the problem
just
with the
very-
first ESO. And McSpicy actually experienced this, I think, at worst because we plowed through together,
Yeah.
whereas you were by yourself when you jumped in.
I was by myself.
When
Yeah.
we were in the mud, we were in the mud together.
Yeah.
And that's what made it.
And the tutorial zone,
okay,
The
you know?
camaraderie.
the tutorial zone lagged on for too
Yes.
long. It
Yeah.
really did.
It did.
But this one, so it's short.
This one, it's short, it's sweet. You basically meet someone, run down a hill and kill someone, and then run to a boat and blow it up. But that really only takes like 15 minutes. You know what I mean? It's very, and then it just throws you in.
However, they can do that because this is an expansion. People that are jumping into this, most of them have played.
I've played, yeah,
original Elder
exactly,
Scrolls.
right? But even if you haven't, like this is your first time, you bought the double pack with base ESO and Morrowind, which is I think just the $60 for both of them now.
Sure.
That, you know, it's a nice tutorial because it's just this is how you play. Go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and then you just get in the game. Now, going into Morrowind, the environment is much nicer. It's much more lush and green, and I mean there is the Red Mountain in the
Okay.
background. But I remember what is cool is the nostalgia. Is like
Okay.
you're going to these cities like Vivek City or Belmora. If you ever played Morrowind, you're like, oh, I remember these cities. And so the nostalgia was there, but the art design, I think, is this time a lot better. Now,
Than
given
vanilla ESO.
given I did play the Ebonheart pack, which I still am in the Ebonheart pack, I felt that their zones were very dull.
Sure.
Now, the Aldemari Dominion and who was the other one? Aldemari Dominion, Ebonheart Pact, and there was a third race. Anyway, the Aldemari Dominion did have nicer zones,
Yeah.
but I feel like this zoned of Morrowind,
Because I was in Ebonheart Pack as well.
of Vanderfell, I think is what it's called.
Mhm.
Really nice, really pretty. It feels, and it did not feel this way in the original ESO. The world feels more alive. Like there's beasts kind of walking around, like this dragon drakey thing flying around, which I did go kill, even though I didn't have to. I was just ridding the world.
Yeah, good
There's
for
just,
you. Population
you know,
control.
Yeah, there's different plants that move. It just feels more alive.
That's
walking
good
through,
because
you know what I mean?
honestly, that's
In
where
the city, guards are running to places. I'm thinking, oh, there's an emergency somewhere. You know what I mean? That
Well,
guy's running.
that's where
Yeah.
ESO
It
struggled as well.
Now, I don't think it's to the caliber of maybe
Skyrim. Does it have the feel of Skyrim? Because that's
Well, it
ultimately
still feels like ESO,
okay.
but I feel like
But world-wise, because Skyrim did a really good job of making you feel like you were
I feel
in
like
a
this
world.
zone. Now, I'm only still in this first area because
Sure.
I'm doing side quests and stuff like
Okay.
that. I feel that this zone the way it feels right now, it's on track to feel how Skyrim felt.
Okay.
Right.
So your overall first impressions are very
I
positive.
really like it. Now, to answer a question which I'm coming on now, you do not have to spend. This question is: do you have to spend another $60 to get into Morrowind?
Sure.
No, it's the cost of a regular expansion $40. If you already have base ESO, you just buy the upgrade pack, which is hard to find. Don't get confused. Because I was like, are you kidding me? I have to spend $60, which I would have done. But if you go into the Xbox store, you go to Morrowind, there's a $60 version which includes the base ESO game and Morrowind, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Morrowind Upgrade. If you already own ESO, all you need to do is buy the upgrade. Now you can buy the Super Deluxe upgrade. They have all their different things, right?
Yeah.
But just the base upgrade, $40, $39.99, which I didn't get upset with because every Warcraft expansion I have bought has been $40. Most expansions to MMOs are at the $40 price tag.
Sure.
So I think that's a fair price for
So
for an
so you think it's worth it spending another $40 to get into Morrowind?
If you like ESO, then this is a no-brainer. $40 to get into Morrowind, yeah. If you're thinking about coming back, you've already spent $60 on the base game, spending another $40. I think Morrowind
is superior
to the base game.
There you go. That's all I need to know because I enjoyed the base game. It had its flaws. And it didn't keep me past my level cap.
I haven't done any. I haven't even done the PvP yet, the 4v4 yet, and I'm super excited to do that.
There's some
this
juicy
is me,
adventure.
I did hit they're not the dungeons aren't out right now for Morrowind. They I guess are coming out a little bit later,
Sure.
which was a bummer. But they do have a new raid in there, which is cool. Or trials, as they call it. I don't know why everybody has to have their own names. Just call it what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a raid, baby.
Yeah, it's a raid. Right?
It's
a raid. It's a dungeon. That's it.
Yeah.
I like it. The new delve, the very first delve I did was very fun. It was fun to kind of jump around, play with players. I was talking to people. I mean, some people were saying crude things. I didn't talk to them, but other people were being nice. So I was talking to them. I think the biggest thing for me is just changing my class, playing a class that there's a reason I always kind of lean towards those classes. It's because that's where I have fun.
That's
what
right.
I mean?
That's
what I like.
Yeah.
If I was in a fantasy role-playing game, I would be a paladin or a human warrior, right?
Yeah.
I like those styles of classes. So I really enjoyed it. I hope John O'Man 12 gets it and David gets it, and even Mark. I mean, if you ever want to jump into it, I mean, I think Morrowind is superior to the base game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they do graphical improvements? Because I was watching you stream it, and it almost looks Skyrim-esque.
That's why I
good.
think the art design in Morrowind itself in Vanderfell is superior because
really, I'm gonna have to.
they
I'm gonna have
didn't
to check this out.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I just don't like the volcano zone. What zone is that? In Ebonheart Pack, that very first zone.
Dragonfall.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
where you start.
I don't like
Daggerfall. Is it Daggerfall? Or
no,
Daggerfall?
Daggerfall Covenant is the third race. By the way.
Daggerfall Covenant. There you go.
But anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that
just,
first city on the coast.
It was very dull.
It was
and
dull.
It's
was
volcanic.
boring.
There's a reason you don't really have that many volcanic ash zones because they're not fun. You know what I mean? Like this one, it still has the big red mountain,
It's
but
the last scene in Lord of the Rings for a reason.
Yeah, it's more lush. Now, they do have graphical upgrades like on the PS4 Pro, and when Xbox One X comes out, we're, of course, going to get our upgrades, right?
Yeah,
which will
baby.
be great. But, yes, I think ESO Morrowind is superior to the base game, which is what an expansion should be. An expansion should expand the game, of course, and give you better and more content, which I think they have done so far. To answer another question, yes, they have a group finder.
Oh, okay.
But it's similar to, at least it was when last I played, yes, they have a group finder. That's
there you
just
go.
all you need to know.
There
yes.
you go, yeah.
It's not like Warcraft's group finder. It's,
Question mark?
Yeah. Well, I guess it kind of... Yes, they have a group finder. That's
Well,
all
there
I-
you go.
yeah, just experience it for yourself. Yes,
Okay.
There you go.
they do.
That's right. There's ESO, Morrowind. Jordan overall recommends it. Jump into it.
I like it.
It's an
I'm
improvement.
enjoying
It is
it.
superior. Let's get to questions. Sean Wozniak writes in.
Sean Wozniak, is he related
That's his father.
to the great and powerful
The
Wozniak?
great and powerful Woz. It must be his father. Thanks for
Must be,
listening,
yeah.
Sean. Shout out to your dad.
Hey, yeah.
Actually, he'd be a great guest on the show. If he wants to be on the show,
Yeah.
let us know. Maybe he could bring his free computers or something.
The old DOS.
Yeah. Anyways, Sean Wozniak writes in and wants us to talk about this, and we've talked about this before, but I think it's a good discussion to continually keep on the front of our minds and just iron out the details. Microtransactions, good or killing gaming? Overall, Mr. McSpicy, I know this is something you're very passionate about. Good or killing gaming, or maybe neither? Go.
It was in a bad place for a while. I think they've done... I think when Halo 5 that I feel that we were back into a decent place.
I could see that, yeah. That
I
sounds
think
about
Halo
right.
5 was like the stage when everybody grew up and realized, oh yeah, okay, I guess it did suck, but now we can have a way that it doesn't suck.
Yeah. Well, there was let's call it the experimental phase of
Yeah.
microtransactions.
Puberty.
See what people will buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was puberty for it was I don't know.
Awkward.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Smelly.
Yeah. So no, I think microtransactions are okay when it's done right. There was a time when it wasn't done right. You always hear the phrase "pay to win." I think mobile games still have that problem.
I think that's that genre.
But I think people that are playing mobile games, the vast you're not going after experienced gamers, in that arena.
And yeah, so I think microtransactions are okay when it's done right, like a Halo 5 model.
Okay,
That would be
sure.
my opinion in it.
where it's basically
TLDR.
just cosmetic stuff. Right?
Cosmetics,
Yeah,
and then Halo 5 does it cool where they have a specific mode where you can, and you can get those without paying money, but you can get them with paying money. But that mode is there to just do, they have
the Warzone, like you got Johnny's rifle.
Yeah.
And-
Johnny's red rocket rifle.
Yeah.
I
You can use it in this zone, and it's actually a burn card essentially. So
When-
you may get them, but you do have to once you
burns
use
it.
it burns it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is cool. Go for it.
no, I was gonna say which just helps them. So you're not like it's not like you're overpowered forever. You get it for
Yeah.
like one, and it's only in that certain mode, which everybody has the opportunity to get the same things anyway. So
Yeah, I think as long as it doesn't make a game pay to win, I think you're okay.
Mhm.
And I think gaming is at a much better place than it is now. So I think microtransactions are decently okay.
Overwatch. I mean, as much as
Yeah,
people don't like if you don't like the loot box, but I mean, it's just cosmetic.
it's straight up just cosmetics. Yeah, so. Which some of their cosmetics though, Blizzard
Are pretty
does
cool, yeah.
good skins. Blizzard has some awesome.
Do you
they
think
have
they
bad
have
ones,
to like?
but,
Do you
man.
think they know like, hey, we got to make a bad one? You know what I mean? And they make
that's
a
why they
bad
made
one.
Orisa.
Yeah. And then they're like, okay, now let's make a cool one.
I
Great
mean,
question.
They literally made a Power Ranger skin for Genji.
Yeah, I know that, which was pretty cool.
It's-
And the
I-
name of it, do you know the name of it? Is
Shen-
is Japanese for Power Ranger.
Yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
so awesome.
Great question, Sean Wozniak. Thank you so much for writing in. Jeff Sheets writes in and wants to know what is the abbreviation or nickname for the Xbox One X.
What is a what?
The abbreviation or nickname for the Xbox One X. It is a lot to say. 'Cause
The Ox.
The Ox. That's
The
Ox. Is
Ox.
it the Xbox Ox?
Well, if
No,
you,
just the Ox.
The Ox.
The One X.
The One X.
the Xbox.
I think
I think
people
the
just
One
call
X.
it One X.
I think the One X. Yeah.
yeah, the One X is how it's going to be. But like, if you take the Xbox One X, it spells Xbox.
Xbox, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I think they must have done that on purpose.
That's-
No, they did.
No, they did.
Yeah, they did. No, they did.
No.
So
they did.
just the One X. That's how we're
Yeah,
I
referring
think
to
the
it.
One X. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that'll work.
I like it. I like it a lot. There you go,
Jeff,
Jeff. Sheets.
Microsoft, consult us for your PR.
Yeah.
They probably are.
Yeah, they must listen.
Yeah. Jeff Sheets writes in.
Didn't we already do him?
This is him again. Sorry.
Oh, all right.
Wow, Jeff, you made 2 questions. I didn't even realize that.
Oh.
Good job, Jeff. He's come up with a great question. He wants us to address the subject of buying things digitally, whether it's games or avatar items, etc. For instance, avatar items don't cost much, but when the revamped avatars come out, they might just go away forever. Like I have a USC hat that might go away, etc.
Will it
etc.
though?
Even
You
if
think they'd
But even if
try
they aren't
not to do
compatible,
that?
or the fact that Quantum Break comes with Alan Wake, but since the developer lost music rights, you have a code but no game.
That is if you haven't used the code yet.
That is if you haven't used the code yet. Correct.
Yeah.
So digital items, whether they're in game, or avatar like, or in the instance of a game, do we like them? Do we not like them? Is there a risk there? Are we okay with the risk? Should they be discounted? Are they overpriced? Jordan, you're one that buys digital items more.
Yeah, I like digital items.
So this is not digital games versus.
It's just
No,
digital.
it's just digital
This
items.
is just the items.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't bought an Avatar stuff in a while because the Avatar is not as front and center as it
No,
was
it's not
on
as. But
360.
the Avatar revamp is coming.
Yeah, which
and it looks sweet. I'm
which
surprised that
I
wasn't
hope-
in the news, man.
I hope.
What happened there? You dropped the ball.
Well, didn't we talk about it at E3 last week?
Yeah, I guess.
That's
But
when it
was
was,
Avatar? Did the Avatar thing come up after E3?
I think so.
Well, Jordan's
You can
fired.
get wheelchairs now.
I'm trying to. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah, and prosthetic limbs.
Yeah, that's
What
cool.
was it?
I like the arm that the chick has.
Is it? Never mind. We'll
It's
talk
the Metal
about that
Gear
after
arm?
the show.
The red arm.
Yeah.
Metal Gear's isn't his arm red?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I just saw like a
Yeah.
chick avatar with the
Yeah.
thing.
We're talking so quiet.
Oh, this is our NPR.
This is where
segment.
this is where David
uh,
lost his sugar rush.
This is the NPR segment of the show.
Yeah.
So
This is
I don't mind digital. I mean, if you want to buy a digital item, that's cool. Like I got
Sure.
cool Warglaives from when World of Warcraft came out. I didn't buy them; it was just a promotion thing they were doing on the Xbox, so I got them.
Ooh.
I like digital items. I think for people to want to buy them though, like I wouldn't buy an Avatar item right now because it's not as front and center as it was on the Xbox. Like I feel like on Xbox, you'd scroll
was.
through your friends list and you'd see their avatar.
You would see.
and
That's
they'd
all
be
you would
asleep,
see.
and you're like, he's offline.
He's offline.
Yeah.
Mark.
And then when they were awake, you'd
Oh,
you'd
look,
scroll-
Mark has a new puppy.
Yeah, you're like,
You know,
oh,
so I
hey,
Oh, Jordan, that's so cool. Where'd you get that
yeah,
from?
you know, you just.
yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit. What I think they should do, especially with Avatar items.
Yeah.
Now, when the new Avatar system comes out, I mean, you don't have to put it in your face, but I mean, maybe have like in the top left corner where it shows your profile. Maybe just have your avatar standing there doing something. You know what I mean? Just make
Wiggling
them,
around.
Well,
yeah,
I
look at
mean,
it. You
the
make
new-
them be more a part of it.
The
you
new
know what I mean?
avatar system, they're not going to come out with a new avatar system and leave it in the background. Like,
Well, yeah,
this
that's what I'm saying. Like,
seems-
I mean, you don't have to put it in my face, but maybe on the 360, when I scroll through my friends list, instead of having their gamer pick, it's their avatar just kind of hanging.
Mark,
out.
let's talk about you.
But-
Digital. So Jordan, you don't have a problem with digital items. You like them. You're fine with it.
No, yeah, I'm fine with it.
Mark, let's talk you. You purchase more in-game digital items. I'm thinking cards, Hearthstone.
Yeah.
You're okay.
If I can help it, I won't. But
Yeah. You're okay. You're okay with that? No problems there. Or
well, if there's, let's talk about like a Power Ranger skin or a USC hat or something sporting your colors. That I can see working, but that's only one purchase every 6 years.
yeah, you're not. I mean, or if it's 99 cents,
Yeah, I don't.
you could do a couple
I
dollars
mean,
over time.
I think that's okay that they do it because it really doesn't affect anything but
Sure.
sporting your flavor.
Sure.
So I would rather have it and choose not to do it than want it and not have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would rather have it as an option. So I'm okay with it.
Sure.
I just probably
It's your choice.
Yeah, it's your prerogative.
Okay. I
You
like
know
that,
what?
Jordan.
You know what I think they should do.
Go ahead. Tell me.
And Microsoft, if you're listening, developers, if you're listening, because it had to be on the developers' part as well. I think you know how Microsoft, when a game comes out, a game is required to have achievements.
Yeah.
I think one of those achievements should, like they not used to, but some games did this. I think one of those achievements should be required when you unlock it. It comes with an avatar item, and you can make it like the hardest achievement you put out. You know what I mean?
They
would be
I
kind
think
cool.
of did that.
Well, they did that. Some games, I think Halo, if you did something, you got they
You got,
some games did that.
I got a Gears of
Yeah,
War shirt.
yeah. Some games did that,
Did Destiny
but I
do it?
think no.
No,
Well,
because
yeah.
that was too late
Yeah.
for.
I just think it would be cool if just maybe one achievement, like there's all your achievements and there's the avatar achievement, which like if you unlock it, you get something cool.
And
I mean,
or it's the platinum achievement.
yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, there you go.
If you platinum a
I mean, I
game,
guess
you
that would
unlock.
require game developers to make something, but just make the intern do it. You know what I mean? But
But
I think something like that would be cool. And then that adding that would kind of start rolling the ball to get avatars more. You know what I mean?
think we
People
need
would
a-
be more
I think
excited.
We need an intern.
Yeah.
After that comment, I think
I
I
think-
see the value of an intern now.
Let's just go to hey, at
I
your
work
college.
at a college.
Yeah.
An internship. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, let's
Like
do it.
Cramerica. Come work
Uh,
for Cramerica Industries.
The toilets need cleaning.
Make the intern do it.
Yeah, make the intern
That's
do
what
it.
they're for.
Anyways,
me a
Another,
sandwich?
another great question, Jeff Sheets. So we got 3 questions left. These go a little bit personal here.
Uh
It's a little bit
oh.
inside baseball. First comes from Darius Miller, aka D Mills.
All right.
Shout out to D Mills.
Emails.
Coming at us from Illinois.
Illinois.
I thought San Francisco because he's a big San Francisco 49ers fan, but I was way wrong. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, because he's a 49ers fan. That's why. This is my
Okay.
NPR segment. Okay.
Okay.
Darius Miller writes in and wants to know, he says, I know you've talked about this before, but it's been a while. What's the origin of your gamer tags? I'll start with mine.
Well, you got to start with your original one.
Yeah, that's what I am doing.
Okay, cool.
So I was Bend Over Guys. I got Bend Over Guys because I left the room and Mark and his brother typed it in to the Xbox 360.
And
We
at those
thought-
times, you couldn't go back.
Yeah, so he got his Xbox. He's setting up Xbox Live. He goes to the bathroom, and me and my brother were like, "Dude, what is the worst name we could possibly?"
Bend Over Guys. I liked it. It was unique. It lasted for a couple years, and then I got dinged, and they forced me to change it because
Yeah.
apparently that was offensive. to some
Apparently,
people.
bend over guys is offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I just changed it to my name, David Paskett. And then when we started the show, right before we started it, I switched it over. I think I paid the $10 to switch it over.
Oh man.
Actually, yeah, to XoneBros, and that is the name of the podcast, the show.
The namesake.
XoneBros.
Yeah.
That's how that came about. Jordan, how about you? What was your original? Have you always had Jordan?
No, I've always had Jordan the Man, and
Whoa.
it was when I bought my Xbox.
Where
You
did
were-
that come from?
You?
Oh, I'm a genius.
Yeah. You were like, hey, you're the man, but we can just put your name in front of it.
Yeah, Jordan the man.
Yeah.
Ah.
You're
I
real
was
smart,
yeah.
guys.
There
And
we
then I didn't have any ideas because I was just a freshman in high school. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I'm awesome, guys.
Yeah, woo.
And finally, Mr. McSpicy, where did your name come from?
This is like a big, terrible, long story. I'll try to make it short. I, in my youth, my teenage years, was a big fan of Spider-Man. So
Still are.
I still am. Look behind. You got a couple. Notice it's the only one with two. The Spider-Man, by the way, he's my favorite
Oh, very nice.
of all the comic stuff on that wall.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
very
two
nice.
Spider-Mans.
I like how straight you got those.
Yeah.
And evenly spaced. Ruler?
Yeah, I actually designed it on
Alrighty.
Illustrator first.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah.
you had all your inches. Look at you.
Yeah,
You're one of
that-
those.
that
You're one of
thing-
those guys.
I am.
Just had you put your wall together the same way you put your cities together in skylines.
Yeah.
It
And your
absolutely is
farms.
True.
Wow.
Yeah, I got spreadsheets
Very nice.
on how to hang up my comic stuff. So I was a huge Spider-Man fan, and at the same time, I really liked Highlander at that time.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, so Duncan MacLeod.
Dude, I
for
love
example.
Highlander.
Highlander. Awesome. Sean Connery
There
was
can
amazing.
only be one.
Mhm.
And there was a TV show that came out. I really liked the swords. There you go. Thank you.
Born to be kings.
There you go. So when I used to have my nickname was I just used it as Mr. McSpidey.
Yeah.
So actually it was just McSpidey
Sure.
because it was a mix between Duncan MacLeod from
Okay.
Highlander and Spider-Man Spidey.
Yeah.
I went to I was on a group date, laser tagging, and I had to put in my name, and I tried to put in Mr. Spidey, and it put a Mr. in front of it because I was male or something.
Yeah.
And it also, the guy did a typo and it said spicy. And so that's where it came Mr. McSpicy. And I was like, hey, that's
I like
freaking
that.
awesome.
I like that a lot.
I have a spice, I like hot sauces. I have a hot sauce collection. It just works. And then that's where I've had that since I was a teenager. And of course I put that on my Xbox Live. There are some games that don't let me do that because it's super frustrating because I think it's a derogatory term in there.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But
in chat, Silence said, I thought he was just the fan of the McSpicy sandwich at McDonald's.
that's what everyone that's what everyone says. Whenever I go into a lobby in like Call of Duty or anywhere.
Oh, man, you like the McSpicy?
yeah.
The McRib?
Yeah, I'm so hungry right now. I'll be right back. Yeah. So
Well, there you go.
That's
That's
where it
a
came
nice
from.
trip down history. Nice little background. Thank you, Darius Miller, for writing that in. Last two questions. Delmy Jones, what is your favorite Xbox One game up until this point in time?
Xbox One game.
Xbox One game. Mine
Does it have to be an exclusive or
does not have to be exclusive. You just have to have played it on the Xbox One. Mine is, I thought about it. I went back and forth between two games. I won't tell you the name of the other one. I'll let you guess the name of the other one, but I'll tell you my favorite one that I came out with, Forza Horizon 3. I can't escape
that's a
it.
good one.
It's been my favorite game on the Xbox One. Love that game. Perfection personified.
I would have to say not an exclusive.
Wait, what do you think my second favorite?
Rise.
Oh, sorry, you're not done. Rise. Yeah.
No question mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
got it.
Rise was a
yeah,
good one.
Rise.
Not an exclusive,
Okay.
but I think I'm gonna have to go with The Witcher 3.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just because there was such a good game. That game was so good, it made me not want to play games for a while. And
he
that's how
lost
good it was,
himself.
yeah.
He lost himself in that game.
Yeah.
Good one. McSpicy.
This is extraordinarily hard. But I mean, just because of the amount of time I've put into it and how much I talk about it on the show. Sorry, everyone that doesn't play it. Overwatch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
I can see
Overwatch
that.
on there. That game is
I think
so good.
I think it says a lot about our gameplay styles, stuff we like too. Like you like Overwatch, Jordan, Witcher 3 makes perfect sense. Me, Forza Horizon 3. There you go. I think, and look at that. All great games too.
yeah.
All great choices. There's a lot of good ones to pick on the Xbox One. Great question. Delmy Jones, last but not least, the man, the XoneBros Scottish representative,
All right.
Stuart Powers,
AKA
Toast.
aka Big Scotty. I don't know. I got to think of a nickname there. AKA Toast writes in and asks, what are our plans for the future? Don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed name changes, etc. And although I have an idea what's going on, I feel it could be confusing for the casual listener. Stuart Bowers.
Sharp eye there.
Very sharp. He's been
Eagle eyes.
noticing a little bit of stuff. I'm going to tell you right now. We're not
He
going to
visits
tell
our
you.
website.
We're not telling you what's coming up because in a couple weeks, there's going to be a major reveal. But I can tell you a little bit of what's going on. You saw it a little bit today with the Patreon gold status, the status symbol, the gold card of the Discord. We are
Willy Wonka
moving.
card, if you will.
We
Yeah,
are moving the community into a position to unify all of our podcasts, to unify the community, and doing things that we will come out with in the next couple of weeks that will improve and take positive gaming to the next level.
I think you just confused me,
We're
and I know what's happening.
we're getting better.
You're the ones
Yeah,
building
like
it. Yeah.
that's-
Well,
but we're not going to release it today.
We'll tell you
release
about
when
it
it's
soon.
ready. Yeah.
We'll tell you about it soon. But we
Big things.
want to be in a position to grow and make sure that we make an impact in gaming.
Yeah,
That's
and,
what it
And
is.
so, if you notice a little bit of changes, Toast has noticed them. Keen eye, my friend. You can't get nothing past those Scottish bastards. Dude, I can't wait to do another. So I've been looking at our statistics, how many people listen in different countries, different states, and there are definite places where we could do meetups and have a huge turnout. Scotland's one of them. England, London is a big one. A lot of listeners in London. Las Vegas, I think, is going to be
Hey, that's close
Las
to
Vegas,
us too.
Nevada.
And that's a
not
good
only
one.
because of
Road trip.
not
Yeah,
only
no,
because
we'll
of
have
not only
fun.
because of who listens in Las Vegas, but the amount that listen from California, Arizona,
Yeah,
Utah,
Central Point.
like Las Vegas, baby. But-
And that's a hub if you want to fly in.
oh yeah,
Too.
yeah, it's really cheap flying in from England to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Little vacation there. But anyways, great question. Plans for the future. Our plans for the future. Everything we're doing is to take over the world with positive gaming. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. We're setting ourselves up to become more community centric, more community focused, and to bring more people in that are positive. We don't like trolls. Banned a couple tonight, actually.
I saw you do that.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm a lot more loose, forgiving with the ban hammer.
You are like me. I don't care.
But
Ban 'em.
tonight, I mean, if you basically, there's a lot of like-minded people across the world that want to be a part of a community of gamers that just love gaming, and we're setting ourselves up and setting up the community to reach those guys. And that's big announcements coming in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. Hype train, #hype train. And with that,
Oh, nice. You didn't use that last week. So
no, I didn't. I forgot. It's our last and final segment. Great question. Thank you so much, Stuart Bowers, aka Toast, aka Big Scotty.
Oh.
He probably is going to hate that name.
Big Scotty, or BS for short. I think that fits him pretty good.
What have we been up to? This segment of the show where we talk about what we've been up to and what we've been playing. I also want this show's brought to you by Football Manager 2017, the XoneBros League. Don't forget to join it if you're interested. The league server name is XoneBros. The password is Scorpio4K with a capital S, Scorpio4K, or just go over to Discord, check out announcements. Join us, Football Manager 2017. Super excited. Let's start with Jordan. What were you up to this week, and what did you get a chance to play?
I played 2 games this week.
Boom. We talked about one, ESO.
Yep, played ESO. I guess I played 3. I played a little bit of
Okay.
Overwatch. I played ESO,
Yes.
and then I played Final Fantasy
Oh,
15.
okay.
I forgot to mention in the news because I'm a moron.
You are sometimes, yes.
Yes. Episode
occasionally.
episode Prompto comes out this Tuesday.
Oh,
My
okay.
computer died, so I don't know the date. I believe it's the 27th.
Okay. The 27th.
It's the 27th, which is Tuesday. It's whatever this Tuesday is, which
Okay.
is the 27th. Today's the 22nd.
Yes.
Episode Prompto comes out. There's a new
You'll be
trailer.
purchasing it.
Oh, I already purchased it.
Oh,
Season
baby.
Pass, yeah. I really like the Final
So-
Fantasy series. I like Final Fantasy.
So what'd you
They're
do in Final
remaking number
Fantasy
12.
this week? Are you just gearing up for the
Yeah,
DLC here?
I played. I replayed Gladio. Well, I'm
That's a cool name.
playing Gladio.
Gladio.
I replayed episode or chapter 13, verse 2.
I'd like, okay.
Because
Because it's going to have something to do with it.
well, no, I just just getting back in
Just
the
felt
mood.
like it.
You know?
Okay.
And then, of course, I would just play the main story because I'm on New Game Plus now.
Let me ask you
Sure.
this: we never talked about this. How do you feel about the VR fishing mode that's coming to?
It's very Japanese.
Like I thought when I saw it, I thought, really?
I think they're just like, okay, we need a Final Fantasy VR, and they're just like, guys, can you
Fishing!
Can you just
Let's
throw?
go fishing.
I think they're like, guys, can you just throw one out
I
for
bet
us in a
you-
week?
I
Can you hammer one out in a week?
in a
and they're-
meeting, and they're like, "There's some really good ideas," but the guy in the back just kept saying, "Fishing! Let's do fishing!"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay,
It's their like monster.
someone
of the
shut
deep.
him up." Let
I
him do
think
fishing."
I really think that's just like, hey, and they just wanted the name on VR. You know what I mean? Like Final Fantasy VR.
Ryan 93 in chat said all Jordan did this week was 10. You are looking 10. You're
Yeah.
looking dapper, my friend.
Yeah.
Very dapper.
So yeah, no. So I just played through the main story on the New Game Plus because I really enjoy Final Fantasy. I've always enjoyed the Final Fantasy series except for 13 and 13.2 and 13.3 and whatever other 13s there are.
Just 13 as a whole.
Yeah.
It's an unlucky number, and
yeah,
it was.
it was an unlucky game
in this.
in my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, and then episode Prompto looks awesome. It really does. So there's something that happens in the story that you find out about Prompto, and this expansion explores that, which I think is going to be awesome. So
Very nice.
I'm really excited for episode Prompto. Episode Gladio is fun. I really like Final Fantasy 15. I watched the movie again because it was awesome. I watched the anime again because it was also awesome.
Good reasons.
Yeah, I even voted. If you log into Final Fantasy, this is the way to do it. Hajime Tabata's. I think he's an awesome game director. He's the Japanese Jeff Kaplan, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think he's an awesome.
Or
game
is
director.
Jeff Kaplan
the American
American
version
Hajime
of him?
Tabata? Yeah, I see that.
Ah.
Yeah, he's a good director. I'll buy anything he makes now. Because of what I just
Sure.
think he's a good game director. When you go into, they have a specials menu. When you go into the specials menu, it's like, hey, take a minute to fill out our survey. What would you like for us to put in this game? And it gives you just a bunch of list of stuff. Like, would you like to play as this character? Would you like to maybe know this guy's backstory? And just to find out, like, hey, we want to give you more content, but what do you want? And I think it's a good way to do that in game because more people are going to play the game. You know what I mean? I just think it's a good way to do those little surveys. He's given us free content like the chapter 13 verse 2, and I think he did a good job with the game.
Cool. Really cool.
And I
Mark,
really like the game.
how about you? What did you play this week?
I played Overwatch. I played poker, and of course the Turing test.
Turing.
Oh, yes. And the Turing test is.
Turing.
Now
Turing.
I know it's Turing, but I still say Turing.
Did you. Now, did you.
Because you're a robot.
Yeah.
Did,
And like I said,
did you beat this game?
the Turing test?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I'm according to like their little diagram of every time you solve a puzzle, it kind of gives you
Like a meter, 100% meter
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm probably 35%, 35% or
Okay.
so.
This was one of those pleasant surprises.
It's so good. I cannot tell you guys. You guys got to get this. $6.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's a.
I'm there. You convinced me.
I mean, that's what, like 3 sandwiches at McDonald's.
You had me at sit.
Yeah, $6. People,
Dude, you know how many
check this
nuggets you
game
can
out.
get at McDonald's with $6?
A lot of
Yeah.
nugget. Well, I mean, but this is a full game. That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of
you
nuggets.
pay more for a spicy chicken combo at Wendy's.
It's true.
Just saying. I love this
want
game.
one
It's
of those.
so like, guys. I don't want to spoil anything,
Yeah.
but it is outstanding.
Yeah, I watched you play it. I watched you stream it. And I haven't heard that kind of joy in your voice in a long time.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, it was, I knew this was a special experience.
Yeah.
So cool. That's really cool. It's always nice when you stumble upon those games.
Also, big news for my playing in Overwatch. You
Oh,
are
yeah.
now
That's right,
looking.
yeah.
You guys are now listening and looking. You two at a diamond
Boom!
player.
Yeah.
Boom.
Very nice. Good job.
This season, I solo queued to diamond. That has been my goal.
Boom.
I think that was one of my year goals.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah.
I
So what's the top rank? Onyx?
master or no grandmaster.
Okay, so how far are you away from that?
Very far. Grandmaster is everything pretty much above 4,000.
Okay.
And I'm
so
at
now
3,000.
so what is it once you're diamond, then it's off points and you go up and down?
Then you
or
go
what?
master. So once you're
once you're the
diamond, so
master?
3,000 to 3,500 is diamond. 3,500 to 4,000 is master. 4,000 pretty much. It's
And up is points.
yeah. And then once you get to the top 500,
Sure.
then you actually have a number
Oh.
in the world how good you are.
Whoa.
And that's the top 500. And the top 500 people get special sprays at the end of the season. So everyone gets like a season 4 spray, season 5 spray. If you played, if you're in that number, it's a moving.
It's a holographic.
It's a holographic of that.
It's like
same
a foil
thing.
card.
So if you see that on the wall, you're near.
Wow.
You're near someone very good.
What would it take for you to get to top 500? Not,
Well,
like
you're
no,
not-
a realistic question. Like someone would
Top
just
500.
What would it take for you?
Yeah, it's just like any
Is it time?
sport.
Just time?
It's you have to study on strategies, and you have to practice. It's like anything, and you can get better. You can absolutely get better. And you
12
gotta know-
hours a day, 8 hours a day. What would it take?
I would say a good 6 months of 12 hours a day
12
should
hours
get
a
me
day.
close.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's crowdfund this.
Crowdfund me
Yeah,
playing
let's
Overwatch.
Let's crowdfund top 500 for Mark.
I mean, that
It's like
would do
Forrest
it.
Gump running across the country, but you just going up the ladder.
Yeah, you got to talk on the top of the mic.
What? There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I
That-
thought I couldn't hear myself. was
I
like,
know.
what the
Well, I
heck's going
couldn't
on
hear
here?
you either.
Jordan's messing with my mic over here.
No, so that's super exciting news. I'm actually really proud of that. I know there's a lot of listeners that are better than me at that, but I'm an old man, and I'm proud.
Well,
that
congratulations.
That's yeah.
Congratulations.
I hit diamond. I'm proud of
Myself, this week, I played but one game, and one game I did enjoy, and that is Blood Bowl. I really, really like that game. It's like chess and football and it's like if Hogwarts had a football team. That's what it is.
Yeah, because it's Warhammer. Isn't
Yeah,
it? The Warhammer
Dobby's the referee, and
Isn't it Dobby?
Dobby, tomato,
I'm-
tomato.
I know, like Morrowind. I mean, it just depends on if you're Canadian.
Yeah.
Really, no, I really like that game. It starts out really simplistic. A lot of people in the community, Shine in the community, has given me some guides to read. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. It literally is it's board game football. That's what it is. There's roll of the dice. I've been thinking about so right now I'm the humans. The humans are overall balanced. Like there's no real strengths, but there's no real weaknesses.
Yoshi.
So they're very versatile. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dwarfs are very strong but very slow. That might be my style of play. Very strong on the attack. The high elves are the most arrogant. This is from the description. The most arrogant race in the game, but they can throw the ball like nobody's business, just tossing that thing around field. So, but I think I'm going. And there's more races, but those are my favorites. And I think I'm going to be dwarves.
All right, slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady, beat them up.
Nice.
That's going to be a power
Smack 'em
mover.
around.
Power mover. It's my goal.
Jordan, you're touching my Switch. What's
Yes.
going on?
Great show, everybody. Let's end McSpicy. Take us out of here. What will you be up to, and where can people find you?
I will be on Twitter as always. Just kidding. No, I will though. My Twitter handle is @MrMcSpicy. My gamer tag on Xbox Live is Mr. McSpicy. I think I'm doing a great job at catching up on my work so I can play a little bit more. Thank goodness.
There we go.
I will absolutely be playing the Turing test.
Boom.
It's so good. Man, I had no idea how good that was. Thank you to, I believe it was NK Woe while I was streaming. I purchased. So there was there's a sale going on
Sure.
Xbox, and I was like, guys, what should I get? Kind of a thing. And I believe it was NK Woe in chat that said, check this game out. I just got it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So at $6, I was like, yeah.
Jordan, how about you?
I'll be playing more ESO and, of course, Final Fantasy.
Very nice.
Of course,
Very nice. So
Final
where can
Fantasy.
people find you?
Oh, Jordan Manx will be everywhere.
Very nice. I will be in Blood Bowl, and I'll be jumping around this week. Just depends what comes up. Depends what I want to play. I'm XoneBros everywhere. Reach out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Find us everywhere. Don't forget, again, if you want to join us, Football Manager 2017, I'm hammering this home because we only have 1 week to sign up. The server, XoneBros. Password, Scorpio 4K. Join us. It's going to be a blast. Thank you, everybody who, if you want to talk to us, joining us on Discord. If you're a Patreon supporter, link up your Discord chat. Make your name gold, baby. We will see you guys next week.
Yep, see ya.